Hi, Dyer. Is the volume okay for the gameplay? I think it was too soft last time. What's up, Troop? What's up, Pro Noob? Well, you ain't gonna see the crooked poster. Yes, you win, Dyer. Is the game sound okay compared to my voice? Alright. Just watch VODs then. Fair enough. Oh, happy early birthday, Botch. Okay, let's start. Game should be louder. Okay. I have notes this time, so I shouldn't forget anything. And maybe I can go a little slower. I think I was going a little too fast last time. Oh, happy birthday, Para. Hey, Dead Autism. Alright, I'm gonna start. Okay, so this is gonna be a Minish cap any percent tutorial. The thing that's really cool about this game, in my opinion, is it's really the only 2D Zelda game that I ever learned so far to speedrun. And it's actually really fun. Like, usually I find 2D Zelda games a little bit more on the boring side, but this one I actually really enjoyed running and really enjoyed learning. The good points about this game is if you're new to speedrunning, it's actually a really easy run to learn. It takes, my first run was like about 2.5 hours. The world record's like 2 hours and 5 minutes, and in like a couple of weeks I was able to get my time down to around a 2:16. So it's a really easy run. There's only one glitch that we actually use throughout the entire run. It's called the Ocarina glitch, and I'll explain that glitch more when we get the Ocarina of Winds, which is after the 3rd dungeon in the game. Hey PP. Hey, I'm Pixels. So, I just wanted to say that if you're new to speedrunning and you're looking for an easy game to pick up, the Minish cap is really easy. It's really beginner friendly, and it's a relatively short category to learn, so don't be scared away from this game. It's really fun. Any percent in general, this is an RTA, a real-time attack. It uses save warping in certain points to save time, and most of the speed in this game comes from good movement. And since I really am not 100% like confident in my movement in this game, if ever you see like my movement in certain places being really questionable, I recommend watching the world record video by MB Rules. That's on zeldaspeedruns.com. But yeah, since like I said, there's only one glitch in this game, a lot of the time you're gonna save is based on movement. So as you can see, I'm playing on the Japanese version of the game, and this is because there are 3 versions you can actually run this game on: English, Japanese, and European, the PAL version. Generally, people either run this game on English or Japanese. So there are no real version differences between the games. well, between Japanese and English. Like all the glitches, the ocarina glitch works in every version of the game, and so on. Um, Japanese has an advantage over the English version by a couple minutes in any percent, because just through text. But I recommend, if you do run this game, to either play on the English or the Japanese version, because if you run on the European version, the PAL version, after you glitch a certain point and you defeat the Palace of the Winds, and you try to use you're supposed to use the ocarina to warp back to Hyrule Castle Town, it won't allow you to warp back in the PAL version for some reason, so you can't exit out of Cloud Tops, because we use the ocarina glitch to enter that area, and we can't go back. At first glance, the European version looks exactly like the English version of the game, but there is one surefire way to tell if you're playing on the European version, and that is after you obtain the bow and arrow in Castor Wilds, and then you enter the Fortress of Winds, which is the third dungeon. You have to defeat a couple floor masters. In the English version and the Japanese version, the floor masters only take 1 arrow to kill, but in the European version, they take 2 arrows to kill. So if you take 2 arrows to kill them, I suggest finding either the American or the Japanese ROM, or play on an American or Japanese cart. And yeah, so those are the basic version differences of the game. And so yeah, just create your file. Right after you create your file, you're gonna hit R, and then on the top one, the top option is game text speed. You want to select the right option, which is the fastest. The bottom one is brightness, so it doesn't matter. Just make sure you change the top one, and then you start the game. Time starts on file select, so you would hit start time now. High fire punch. Hey agents, I in the base tonight. I know pro noob, but like if you like find the wrong ROM and you play on the European version, you're fucked, because you can't continue after a certain point. Hi Mario's glitches. So this intro you don't have to mash through, but I'll kind of explain how to mash through text in this game next. As you can see, I have an input display in the top left hand corner of the screen. It shows up, down, left, right, start, select. Select is the tongue. We only need select for one instance when we have to do save warps, because after we save, we use select, start, A and B to reset the game. ACK. And then we have A, B, left, and right on the input display. I'll be playing OOT later this week probably. I'm gonna do 100%. Hi JRP. So the fastest way to mash text through this game is to hold down the B button, well, normal text. Any normal text that doesn't require you to select an option like yes or no, you want to hold down B, and I rolled my finger over the D-pad. You do this because D makes all of the text fast text, and the D-pad advances text. Anytime you hit a D-pad, it advances some text. So just make sure you hold down B to make the text fast, and then you mash D-pad. So right when you get up, you want to just go downstairs, and then make your way into this doorway here on the right side, and you'll enter this cutscene. So I'll kind of show the differences. If you're not holding B and you just mash the D-pad, it'll advance text, but it's relatively slow. If you hold B down and then you mash text, it goes by much faster like this. High synergy. So that's just the basics of mashing text. Later on, we're gonna have text where we have to select either yes or no, and you don't want to relatively just mash on D-pad because it's gonna be hard to select yes or no in that case, and I'll kind of show you what I do then. So we're gonna grab this chest here. It has 20 rupees in it. We only need rupees in this game for 3 things, and it's like relatively early in the game when we get it. It's the bottle, the grip ring, and the wake up mushroom. After that point, we're not going to need any more rupees. And we get every rupee that we need throughout the route, so you're not going to have to farm rupees through the grass or anything like that. So in this game, compared to other 2D Zelda games, you can roll. Rolling is used a lot because it's like one of the fastest forms of movement in this game, besides the Pegasus boots, which we get later on. But even then, after we get the Pegasus boots, we still use rolling more than the Pegasus boots because we don't want to waste time equipping the Pegasus boots every single time. So we use rolling a lot, and I'm gonna try my best to kind of show the most optimal movement throughout the route, but my movement is still not like the best in this game. So like I said, if you're really curious on what some really optimal movement would be in certain places, you can always watch the world record video. So I just rolled twice to get out of here. Exit this house, go through that Zeltex, take a step down, and then roll to the left and jump off this ledge, and then walk up to talk to Zelda. Now we're just gonna keep rolling up and master the text each time Zelda head comes up, and then enter the town. Hi Reggie. Hi F Mayweather. So now we're just gonna talk to Zelda 3 times. Please F Mayweather. I am teaching any percents. I'm doing okay, Reggie. Hey, Mist. So after talking to her 3 times, you'll obtain the small shield. At this point, when you gain control of Link, the game automatically puts your shield on the A button, so you don't have to worry about that. Now we just roll straight up and enter North Hyrule Field. So a couple things about rolling. Supposedly it's better to try to time your rolls as best as possible, but to be completely honest, you roll so much in this game that after a while I kind of just smash my rolls, just cause like I'm kind of lazy, and the time loss is probably not even significant, to be honest. The only time I really want to try and time my rolls is if I'm trying to move to a different direction. So let's say I'm trying to move upright, or like if I'm starting here and I'm trying to move in upright direction, I would just hold upright on my D-pad and kind of time the roll. So like each time Link stops in between his roll, he'll like move to the side a little bit, and I'll slowly move to the right, like so. Hey, it helps you. So first things first, when we enter this area here, there's gonna be a cutscene up at the top here. So you want to do that thing I just talked about, holding upright and then timing your rolls, so we'll enter the cutscene as fast as possible, like that. Because if you go just straight up, you won't enter that cutscene. So for this business scrub, I kind of want to explain something else. Certain cutscenes in this game, after the cutscene goes off, so after you hit the, okay, let's deflect the nut into the scrub. So after you do this, Link will walk forward in front of the scrub and talk to him. And that happens quite a lot throughout the run, and that's like, if you just wait for that to happen, it's kind of a time waster. So what you want to do in these situations is, after you deflect the nut back at him, before the cutscene goes off, you want to walk forward, so you're already at that spot you want to be in, so you don't waste the time for Link to walk there during the cutscene. So after that, after that's done, we're gonna go north and enter the castle. Now we're gonna go left, line up with this wall, and then just go straight up. And then we'll enter this little cutscene with this guy here. The reason why we walk to the left first is because, once again, if we just go straight up, a cutscene will play off, and we will have to, like, he'll manually walk in front of the guy anyway. So lining up with him beforehand is just faster, so we don't have to wait for Link to do it afterwards. Yeah, Miss, it's kind of crazy how technical this game is based on, just because there's a lot of movement involved, you know? Hey, lightning. So now we're just gonna wait for this cutscene to go off. Yeah, it's crazy, right, Mist? So now we're just gonna mash through this cutscene here. Nice lighting. You're gonna take my second place record, Kappa. Nice. I don't know. That's a good point. I'm the pixels really not too sure. All right, so over here we're just gonna exit out to the bottom left-hand corner, and then enter this cutscene here. So now you get the broken sword and the Hikori sword. The smith is gonna give you a map. So what the thing is about the map is, if you just hold down B and mash through the D-pad, it's not gonna cancel out of the map screen. You have to hit A. So just whenever a map screen comes out, just remember that you have to hit A to make it go away. I'm not gonna explain too much exactly what I'm doing with my movement, just because it's kind of obvious, like if I'm just rolling downwards or rolling to the right. So I'm not gonna explain that too much. You can just follow along with me if you want to. I am currently playing this on emulator, Visual Boy Advance-M. This game is runnable on emulator. You can do speedruns on this game on emulator and they will be legit. You just need to make sure that frame skipping is turned off before you do your runs. Yes, I'll be playing this on YouTube. So after we exit the castle, exit down to North Hyrule Field. And then we're gonna go to the right here. Jump down this ledge, and then on the first area we see to the left, or to the right here, we're gonna take that exit into Lon Lon Ranch. Mules are troll. You kind of want to avoid enemies as much as possible because it just wastes some time if you get hit. So just take the south exit, keep going down to the south, and keep going down until you can't go down anymore. There's an exit to the right. This is the Minish Woods, and this is the first area of the game, and this is where we get Islo. So the thing that's cool about this game with rolling is we do have roll invincibility like that. So during your roll, you're actually invincible to all enemies. And it's very useful throughout this entire game to have roll invincibility. So make your way down south past this stump, go through the north passage up this watery passage into this watery passage, and you'll get into a cutscene where you see Eslo getting attacked by I forget what the fuck they're called, but he's getting attacked by those things. So now backtrack back to this first area you were in before. The Octoroks, there we go. And we have to rescue Eslo. So we're just gonna kill him and then walk in front of him. That is another cutscene where if you just stand where you killed the Octorok, Link will manually walk in front of Eslo after you beat them. So you wanna walk in front of Eslo again. Hey Silent. Hi Yumius. So now after this text is done, we're gonna roll down 3 times. 1, 2, 3. And now Eslo will jump on your head. Please. So now when we come back to this stump area, Eslo will have a little Eslo cutscene. The stump will start glittering. That's your cue to jump on top of it and press R to shrink down. So usually we can skip these little Minish cutscenes where he becomes really small, but there are some of them throughout the game where you just can't skip at all, and I'll tell you which ones they are. So after you become small, there's a short cutscene, and then you're just gonna walk left. And this time, instead of going up, you take the bottom left-hand passage through this log. There's a leaf that passes by right there really fast, but it's almost impossible to get unless you're like task speed. So usually you're gonna have to wait for the second lily pad to come. In this area, you can just hold straight up and mash rolls, and it'll kind of like all of the objects in your way will kind of just push you towards the middle. Hi, Arond. The world record does not get that leaf. He gets the second leaf. No, it doesn't, please. Okay, so after this little cutscene here, we're gonna take a... You can just follow the path I take. This is the most optimal path to get to where we need to go. We need to talk to... The first person we need to talk to is Festari, and he's in the sanctuary, like at the north of this village. So just follow this path. This is the most optimal path to take. And then just talk to him. You can bonk in this game, but you need to get the pegs to Spoots first. Later, PP. Okay, so when you enter this place, all you need to do is push that block to the right, and then interact with this thing. It's the Jabbernut, and that's the item we need to get. And now we can just exit this place again. Now we're gonna make our way not back to Festari, but to Gentari. He's in the house to the northwestern part of the city, up this green ladder. So enter this house and then talk to him. And he will show us where the element locations are. So once again, this is another map screen, so press A to cancel the map instead of mashing. Now exit the house. And now go back to Festari. And he's gonna open the way to the first dungeon after we talk to him again. Like so. Now just go north. And now we will enter the Deepwood Shrine. This is the first dungeon in the game. Really straightforward. Like I said, there's no real glitches until after we get the Ocarina of Winds. So this dungeon is really just based on movement. So you can just follow along to what I'm doing. Okay, this room right here, it's really dependent on slug RNG, with like what kind of, where the slugs are placed and how they move depending on how fast you're gonna get the small key. I'll just show you the most optimal route to push the buttons to get the key. So that's the most optimal route to go. Since the slugs are in front of the chest, it's better to just kill them rather than taking a lot of damage like I just did. I don't know why I did that. Hi, Blinksy. Wow, that's awful, dude. Like I said, you don't really need rupees like that, so you kind of want to avoid picking up rupees just because they have this little cutscene here that just wastes some time. Okay, explanation time again. Up here is a locked door, and when we walk up to it, Eslo pops up, and he gives you a little hint on what to do here. The thing about Eslo cutscenes like that is if you roll into an Eslo cutscene, it takes Eslo more frames to come out to talk to you. So if I were to roll into this cutscene, see how much longer it takes Eslo to come out? Instead of like just rolling once here and then walking into it, it's much faster if you just walk into the cutscene. So just keep that in mind. I still haven't memorized exactly all the places where Eslo pops up. I think I do, but sometimes I forget one every once in a while. So just remember, if there's an Eslo cutscene coming up, to just not roll into that cutscene, instead to just walk into the cutscene. And you can proceed. You can use R to go through the open door or locked door since you have a small key. There's another Eslo cutscene here. I rolled into it, so it took longer. And pull this switch here to reveal a bridge. So here, with these mushrooms, they take kind of a long time to pull back, but thing is, like, you want to find a timing for yourself. There's usually, like, I use this texture. I think you can see my mouse on the stream, but I use this texture right here. When Link's head touches this texture or is in line with this texture, that's when I let go of the D-pad. That's how this works. So like you use R to grab, and then you hold back on your D-pad or hold right on your D-pad to pull it back. And then when you want to let go of it, you just let go of the D-pad while continue to hold the R button. So pull back when it's in line with that, let go, and then you can proceed to the next room. Okay, so here there's another Ezo cutscene, so don't roll here. You're gonna step on the switch to burn the vines that's holding the right side of the barrel in. Enter the barrel, and we're gonna go up left through this exit. And then we're gonna do this little puzzle here. This is the most optimal way to solve it. And now the barrel is free. So we're just going to jump down here and enter the barrel again. When you enter the barrel, you're going to go right and then roll up twice. And then exit out of the bottom left-hand door. This mushroom, since this area is really, really short, you don't have to pull this mushroom back a lot. I just like do a very little bit like that, and you'll make it every single time. There's another Ezel cutscene here, so I tend not to roll too much. But all you need to do in this room is push this little vase on top of the switch. You want to kind of avoid killing enemies at all costs, just because it wastes some time. But if they're like standing in your way, or the beetle monsters are coming at you, you kind of want to kill them, just because it'll waste more time getting hit by them and get pushed out of the way, or like taking a lot of damage. It really sucks too. So there's another Ezo cutscene here, so don't roll. You're gonna want to pull the statue, either the right or left statue, depending on whichever way is closer, and then just pull them on back to the switch, and then do so on the other side. Then open the key for the chest, and then you can just push one of them away and go back to the previous room. Thank you, Zero. So now we're going to backtrack back to the room with the barrel, and when we enter the barrel this time, we're going to go right and then go down, roll down twice this time instead of up. And then exit out of the top right hand corner. Go through this right locked door, and then we're going to navigate through this room by pulling this first blue mushroom, stepping on this switch, and pulling on the second blue mushroom. This mushroom, I kind of use these little waves in the water as my texture for when I want to let go. So right before, like when Link's head is kind of like in line with this line right here, right before the waves, that's when I would let go of this the D-pad. So right now, and you'll make it. What's up, Simple Flips? So this is a room that's we use a lot of roll invincibility for. As long as the slugs are in decent positions, like this is really bad RNG based on their movement, so we're gonna want to kill them here. And I got a rupee too. So now we can just use roll invincibility to get past the rest of these slugs here. And then push that statue on the switch. Okay, so when you enter this room, it's gonna spawn sorry. It's gonna spawn 3 Moldozers, which are these bug looking things. The best way to do this room is right after you enter, roll up and then mash your sword button to kill the top one. They'll spawn in the top, bottom left, and bottom right of the room. And then after you kill the top one, just based on whatever RNG is given to you, based on their movement, you just have to kill the other ones. And it takes 3 slashes each. Like that. And after you kill them, you want to kind of move towards the middle of the room, just so you can pick up the small key. So it's relatively simple. Just roll straight up. Really easy. Then you're gonna be back in this room, and now we're gonna go north. If you need hearts, there is a heart in this pot. You can just throw it into the doorway. Sorry, right pot. You can pick it up if you need a heart. I recommend, you don't really need it though. The boss is really easy and you shouldn't really need to get hearts unless you're really low on hearts. Okay, so when you enter this room, you're gonna want to roll left once, roll down twice, and then roll left once, and you'll end up on the switch. And hopefully the mushrooms give you decent RNG so they don't troll you and hit you a lot. But instead of going down south, we're gonna go to the left-hand corner and go through this locked door to fight the mini-boss of the dungeon to get the dungeon item. So this is a mini-boss. He's really easy. All you need to do is hit his nose. He'll turn gray, and then you can just bash on his tail with your sword. And you just have to do this twice. He'll turn red after this, and right now he's invincible, so we can't do anything to him until he turns blue again, and then you'll just repeat the process. So the fastest you can do this boss is in 2 cycles. Like, you have to 2 cycle him no matter what. Anything past 2 cycles is just kind of slow. So, really easy boss. I don't think I need to explain more than that. And opening this chest will give you the gush jar, which is the dungeon item. After you get the gush jar, you'll equip it over your shield, and then pull off this bottom right hand corner web using the gush jar. In this room, you're gonna want to just roll over this dust on the ground. Like, you could use the dust jar to clear up the dust. People would think it's faster just because the dust doesn't slow you down, but it's actually slower because you have to wait for the gush jar to pick up everything. So just ignore using it and just kind of just roll through everything, and then exit down to the south. Now we're back in the main room of the dungeon where the big barrel is, and now we can actually use our gush jar to suck up this web that was in the barrel before, and then we're just gonna roll down once and then fall through the hole in the gourd or the barrel. When we get down here, we're gonna use the gush jar to suck up this lily pad towards us, and we'll enter in the Ezo cutscene. Step on the lily pad and kind of just fall down this waterfall. Now navigate through this little water passage here, killing these things if they attack you like that. And we're gonna take this eastern passage here. Now at first, the controls, like when you're on top of the lily pad and you're trying to use the gush jar and change directions, it can kind of be hard because you'll find that Link doesn't want to change directions sometimes. You just need to be patient and turn as slowly as possible. So when you get to the switch, you're going to pick up the pot over here and then push this pot on the switch. So like, when I first started learning this game and I would use the gush jar on the lily pad, I would like just mash my A button and try to turn directions really fast, and it would never work. You want to, like, after you use your gush jar, you kind of want to pause a bit and then turn the direction you need to face. And like, instead of pausing, the way I like to do it is like I like to turn the opposite direction and then turn the direction I need to face, just so I can like make sure I'm turning in the right direction. So now just push the lily pad in between these 2 platforms here, or the 2 ground. Push this pot on top of the switch, and then open the chest for another small key. And now we're gonna backtrack to the first room, the first water passage room. Yeah, my chat's gonna look like dicks. Okay, so now we're just gonna use these mushrooms to grab across. For this first one, I kind of like to use the end of this black texture on the ground right here to show when I release my D-pad. And then when we get to this one, we're gonna use the gush jar to suck up the mushroom to get us across the platform, and then do it again. And then one more time. I kind of like to line up with the bottom part, or like the top left-hand portion of this pot here, to make sure I get to the boss key. Now step on this switch in the bottom right-hand corner, and then take the red warp back to the beginning of the dungeon. Now, like I said, we still need some rupees to get the 3 items that we need, so we're gonna take this leftmost passage here, suck the web off of the staircase, push this block, and open the chest for another 20 rupees. No, you're good, JRP. It's Simple Flips. Simple Flips is a dick. Kappa. Now we're gonna go to the rightmost staircase, pull the web, and then walk up the stairs. Now use your gush jar on top of this mushroom. And then one more time. For this one, you want to stand behind this water area. If you stand too close like this, you won't make it. So make sure you're standing behind the light water area. There are pots in there are hearts in all 4 of these pots. You can grab them if you need to. If not, you can just go through the door to fight the boss. Simple Flips, please. Okay, so this is the first boss of the game. This is a giant green choo-choo. The way you kill this guy is by using the gush jar to suck up the jelly part of his feet, I like to call it. I don't know, it's not really feet. Until he falls over. Okay, so for that first phase there, I just like to, when he's first coming towards you, I like to suck in until he gets kind of close to you, then roll to the left, and then suck him up from the left. If he jumps, that's just kind of, that means he's just kind of too far away from you, I think. But as long as you're close enough to the boss, you should be fine, and he shouldn't jump on you until the third stage, or the third phase. Notice how he's like kind of leaning to 2 different directions. He after you suck up his entire like feet area, he'll either lean to the left or the right, and based on which way he leans first, that's the way he's gonna fall. So if he leans to the right first, he'll lean to the right, then to the left, then to the right again, and then he'll fall. You want to stand on the side that he leaned the first time. So if he leans to the right first, you want to stand under him on the right side to make him fall faster. Because if you stand elsewhere, it'll take him longer to fall down. And then when he falls, you just want to mash sword. Then he's gonna grow his feet longer again, and then you're just gonna wait till he jumps, and then roll underneath him, and then just go up, and then use your gush jar while going up, and then do the same thing again. The third phase, he's probably gonna, like the third phase, he has a chance of jumping multiple times. So on the third phase, you just want to kind of just stay in the middle, and depending on where he is, just hold up or down, and then using your gush jar to suck him up. Like so. And then he'll fall one direction, like that. So now we're just gonna stand underneath him. And then he should be dead after 3 cycles. Hey Tom. So this boss takes 3 cycles no matter what. If you have 4 cycles, then you probably didn't deal enough damage on one of the cycles. But this is a boss that is guaranteed 3 cycles. So we generally get every heart container after each battle, just because it's better to have more hearts than less, and it doesn't waste too much time to grab the heart because we need to wait for the warp to load anyway. So grabbing the heart wastes almost no time, and like in the last couple levels, the Sky Temple and the Dark Hyrule Castle, it can get kind of intense, so we want more hearts for those areas. Yeah, if you take 4 cycles, you're bad. Okay, so now we're gonna go back down into the Minish village. No, I don't think so. That autism, like, not grabbing the heart pieces doesn't save that much time at all, because it doesn't waste that much time to grab the heart pieces anyway. And like, the fact that if you only have like 3 hearts throughout the entire run, you're probably gonna die way more than you should on a normal run. Because it really doesn't waste too much time to grab each heart container. Because having 3 hearts for like body and like everything else, it's really fucking shitty. Okay, so now we're gonna exit back into the main part of the Minish village, and we're gonna go to Gentari. So go up the green ladder again and talk to him, and he'll open up an exit to the left. The thing I'm using to record my inputs is an input display made by Zas_. It's supposed to be for the Nintendo 64, but I kind of just edited it so it would work for like games with less buttons. But yeah, that's what I use. It's just taking my inputs and displaying it on a Franker Z. Yeah, so just exit out to the left and then exit left this way. Go through this log and go into this Minish house at the top here and talk to this guy. He's gonna give you bombs. We need bombs to beat the game, so you can't forget this. After you get the bombs, equip it over your Gush Jar. And then go to this stump and press R to grow. Okay, so the thing about bombs is... bombs, like in other Zelda games, they don't instantly explode. They take a while to explode. So we're gonna exit down here, and instead of like walking down here and then placing a bomb on top of the rocks and waiting for it to explode, when you're like halfway across this bridge, you can just put a bomb on the ground, use R to pick it up, and then walk to where we need to go, and then throw it, just to save some time. And so now we're just gonna navigate back to Hyrule Castle Town, and you can just follow my movements. Okay, so now when we enter Hyrule Castle Town, we're just gonna walk up, and we're gonna enter a cutscene with the hurdy-gurdy man. So this guy is gonna give you your kinstone bag, which holds kinstone pieces that are used to kinstone fuse with certain people throughout the game. So this is gonna be the first instance where we have a text box that you shouldn't mash with the D-pad. So after you receive the kinstone bag, he'll ask you a question where you have to answer yes or no. So at this point, if you're just mashing, you're holding B and mashing your D-pad, when you get to the option, you're just going to be doing this. So instead of doing that, I like to hold down the B button and then just mash A. So you automatically hit yes. Because you're pretty much going to be answering yes to every single question asked to you. So after this text is done, instead of fusing with the hurdy-gurdy man, you're going to pause, save, and then reset your game to do a save warp there. It saves around 10 seconds rather than talking to the fusing with the hurdy-gurdy man. And then you're just gonna start the game again. So that just kind of skips doing that. We do not need to do many kinstone fusions throughout this run. We only do 4 total kinstone fusions in any percent. 3 is in Castor Wild to get access to the palace or the Fortress of the Winds, and 1 is to fuse with the Stranger to get access to the Palace of the Winds. So those are the only 4 times we actually kinstone fuse with people in this game. So after you start your game again, you're gonna go to this house in the bottom left-hand corner and talk to this guy. This guy is another guy that has to answer yes. You have to answer yes or no to. So just talk to him, hold B and mash A. And he'll teach you the spin slash. Okay, he'll automatically do 1 spin slash here. And after you regain control of Link, you're gonna hold B and walk backwards towards the door. And when your sword is fully lit, you can release a spin slash while you're in the door frame. Yes, 100% fuses with everybody. It should be 100 kinstone fusions in 100%. And then you'll get the spin slash and you can exit this house here. Now make your way up north. And then go left to this east exit here. West exit here. Talk to this guy once. And then show him the spin slash. And he'll move out of your way. Hey, Atros, by the way. And then you can exit out the Trilby Highlands. When you enter this place, you can equip your shield over your sword, so you have bombs and shield equips. Go down this ladder, drop a bomb, and then throw it on top, or throw it next to this cracked wall. Reflect the Deku Nut back at the scrub, and then talk to him. Hold B and mash A to say yes to him, and you'll purchase the bottle. Yeah, there's only 3 people that have ever submitted runs of 100%, and I'm one of them. After you get the bottle, you can exit this place, equip the bottle over your shield, and then go up the ladder. Now make your way north around this path, and then grab water from this this little river area. The thing about water in this game is you don't need to be facing the water to grab it. So like, see how I'm just like up against this like this bridge area? Just turn left, swing your bottle and you'll grab water, and then enter the next area. So this is the Mount Creno area. First we're gonna just drop the water on top of this plant to make it grow. Yeah, so the reason why no one really runs the Minish cap 100% is what Atros says. You need to collect the figurines, and I think I spent at least an hour and a half pulling a lever to get all of the figurines. But yeah, okay, so we are now in the Mount Creno area of the game. The thing I want to explain about the Mount Creno area is it can be very unforgiving. You can take a lot of damage here, just from like enemies and rocks and like the stupidest things you can think of. So you kind of want to be conservative with your health here. But when you want to get a better time, you can kind of do a little time savers here and there with bombs. And just like instead of like picking up a bomb and throwing it at the wall here, you can just hold the bomb above your head and just like walk forward, and it will kind of save a little time. But you'll take extra damage, so you just want to kind of judge when you kind of want to be doing strats like that. But yeah, so that's just one of the things you can do to save time. Okay, so let's progress up Mount Creno. Climb up this first vine, make your way up the ladder, and then we're gonna go this way. When you get down to this area, you're gonna drop a bomb and pick it up. If you want to save time, you can just kind of hold it up to the wall and press up to go through the wall faster. If not, you can just kind of throw the bomb at the wall so you don't take as much damage. Make your way up the ladder, drop a bomb, pick it up, and throw it next to this cracked rock. Get on top of the stone and then press R to shrink. This is a shrinking cutscene that you cannot skip, so you can just chill for a bit. Okay, so one thing I want to explain is you can roll when you're Minishling. When you're really small, you can roll, but you don't want to be close. You want to be out of the range of the shrink stone, because if you try to roll like right here, you'll just grow, because R is the command to grow too. So just be careful of where you are. I still make that mistake all the time, and it's fucking retarded. I feel really dumb when I do it. So enter this little Minish passage here, and we're gonna roll straight north to grab the spring water, and then we're gonna go down to exit. After you get the water, you equip sword over your bottle, so you have sword and bombs. Yeah, roll invincibility does not work on bombs, and it also does not work on spike traps, I think. Okay, so after this you're gonna go down right, and then swing your sword to grab this rupee right here, then jump off the ledge here. Make your way to this left hand corner, drop a bomb, pick it up, and throw it at the wall. Or you can just pick it up and walk into the wall. It's up to you. Now, when you enter this cave, you want to equip your gush jar and the spring water. use the gush jar to suck up the mushroom across the void, and then take these upward stairs. There is a Eslo cutscene over here, so when you enter this room, you want to roll to the right once and then go down right. So don't roll twice there, or it's going to take Eslo longer to pop up. And then you can just go right and exit downwards. So for this first set of whirlwinds, you need to hit both of them. So go through that first one, and then make your way to the second whirlwind. Go up the stairs. And then use your gush jar to clear off these dust piles over here. Or swamp. It's swamp water? Oh man, don't even know, man. Now don't roll when you're over here, or you're gonna grow again. So wait till you're out of range and then start rolling, and then enter this Minish passage here. After you pass through that first one, I like to roll to the right or to the left, and then grab this seedling. Exit out of the Minish passage, and we're going to throw this into the hole. Then make our way back to the Minish stone and grow. See ya, direwolf. And then we're going to dump the water on top of it to make it grow. Climb up the vines, and we're going to go east until you see a void with a bridge across it. So cross this bridge here, and we can kind of do a little trick here. Usually you would have to bomb this wall here to get up there, but we can actually just use the gush jar on top of this mushroom. Yeah, fuck height, right? Throw this rock away, and then you're gonna pull this mushroom back until Link's head is about in line with this texture right here on the ground where my mouse is. And then let go. So it's in line, let go. And then go into this whirlwind. For this second whirlwind, you do not need to go to this the second whirlwind. You can just get here and then hit up on your D-pad and you'll go over. And then climb the ladder. Yeah, fuck height is the essence of speedrunning the Minish Cap, because that's pretty much what you do with the entire Ocarina glitch. When you climb that ladder, you want to equip the shield and the bombs. What am I doing with my life? And then here we're going to deflect this nut back to this guy, and then we're going to buy what he sells, which is the grip ring. We need the grip ring because it's the only way we can progress through the entire Mount Creno area. So now we're just going to backtrack to this area, and then we're going to go left. Jump down this ledge here and then go left again, and you'll find this big wall, and we're going to start climbing it. Now this part is pretty stupid RNG. These rocks that fall down is all based on RNG, and if you get, they kind of do a lot of damage. If you get hit multiple times, you might die. So just be careful. Like that. They do half damage, it really sucks. So we just kind of want to be careful. Whoa, I can't believe that one didn't hit me. What's up, Matt? So when you get up here, you're gonna just want to grab this mushroom and make sure the monsters don't destroy you. Wait till Link's face turns red, like that, and then let go, and you'll make it across. Wow, Garrison. GG. When you get to this rainy area here, you're gonna use this Minish stone to shrink, and then we're gonna enter this Minish passage in the bottom part. So there's an Eslo text cutscene here, so you don't really want to roll there. And then now we're just gonna roll straight right and hope you don't get hit by the raindrops because this is RNG too. Nice. So now you gotta make your way to the second Minish stone, and then we're gonna do a rock puzzle. You can just follow my movements here, it's really straightforward. Don't push this one all the way. When you get to here, you're gonna want to push this rock into the hole first. If you mess up this puzzle, the way to reset the position on the rocks is to jump on top of this stone right here and then shrink and then grow again, and it'll reset the position of the rocks. Ooh, dead shots fired. Hey, Natsu. So now just make your way down this ladder for more puzzles. Take this left-hand passage, push this block, and then just do this puzzle how I do it. I'm not gonna explain it. Just follow my movements. Roll invincibility for the win! So you can use roll invincibility to get past those rock guys there, and then enter the cave on the right side. In this area, you're gonna equip the gush jar over the over the shield, so you have gush jar and bombs. Simple flips. Well, if you're playing the Braille version, I apologize. Pick up this pot here, throw it into the void, and then use your gush jar to pick up this mushroom. Then go down the stairs. In this room here, you're going to drop a bomb, pick it up, move here, and I totally fucked that up. Wow. Throw the bomb across to hit the switch, and then it'll make the ladder appear, or the bridge appear. Pick up the right hand pot over there, throw it, and it'll drop another red rupee. Because we still need money for things. Go into the next part, go right and then row straight up and then do this rock puzzle again. You should learn this game, figure eight, it's really fun. It's like the only fun 2D Zelda game in my opinion. I'll just exit, we don't need that chest, just exit straight down. And we are at the top of Mount Creno. Use this Minish rock to shrink down and enter this Minish passage. If you're low on health, be careful of the bugs. Because if you die here, if you die anywhere on Mount Creno, it'll put you at the base again. So you really don't want to die here because it's a big time waster. So now just follow the path, going down each stairs when possible. And we're gonna talk to Milari, this big guy right here. And he's gonna fix our sword for us. So after they start working on the sword, we're gonna talk to this guy who's blocking the west exit, and he'll move out of the way for us. Use this stone to grow. And then enter this the next dungeon, which is the Cave of Flames. If you are low on health here, there are 4 pots. All of these pots have hearts in them. So if you need hearts, just grab them. Equip the sword and the shield. I guess I can kind of explain something about throwing pots in this game. You want to throw pots in the direction you're facing, or the direction you're going to go into. So you can just like roll into the hearts and continue. That's the fastest way to really do it. In this next room here, we have a couple of bombs, and since we don't want to use bombs yet, we can actually hit them twice with our sword, and it'll stun them. We can actually pick them up and use them to blow up the wall in the next room. So depending on which bombs are like closest to you, you just want to hit whichever one's closest to you twice. Pick it up and then throw them in front of this wall, and it'll make an opening, and we can just go to the next room. In this room, we're just going to use a shield against these 2 spiky monsters. And then walk in front of the door. we don't need to get this chest. Like we do not need to get the map and compass in any dungeon. So we're just gonna skip that chest. Take these stairs down. You can just ignore the rupees. Like I said, we get enough rupees throughout the entire route, so you don't need to pick up rupees off the ground. Dude, there's bob-ombs in this game. There's Lakitus. There's like fucking all the Mario monsters in this game. Follow the tracks to the right, and then go up and enter this minecart here. When you get out of the minecart, equip your gush jar over the shield. Throw this middle pot here to grab more bombs, and then use your gush jar to suck up the bomb and to throw it at the wall. In this room, depending on RNG, which ways the mini Helmasaurs kind of charge, you can kind of just pick some of them up with your gush jar. And then killing them, they will make stone appear, and you can use the shrink. You can't bomb clip through the door. Now we're just gonna follow each Minish passage. Go through this right door, and then take the Minish passage to the bottom right, and then take the Minish passage down. Twice. And now we enter this really steamy room. Jump down this ledge here, and then grow using the stone. I know, Minish passage, dude, it's so hard to say, it's ridiculous. I should find a different word for it. Step over the sinking lava blocks and step on the switch to open the door. Just weird shot through the walls. We're gonna go through lots of walls later when we get the ocarina. So here we're gonna grab these Rolobites, hit them with your sword, and then throw them into the hole in front of this chest. Open the chest and we'll get rupees. If you need hearts, these fires, hitting the fire with your swords are a good way to get hearts, but we get more guaranteed heart drops later, so you don't really have to worry about it at this point. Jump to this whirlwind, and I kind of like to go to the left of this lava here. And then right before I get to this whirlwind here, I like to turn right. Just so I can kind of like, Link is already turning right when I enter the whirlwind. Just kind of save some time. Push this block, step on the switch, and then push the chest into the hole. Because apparently Link is not tall enough to grab a little chest on top of a little plank. And then I'll give you a small key. Backtrack back to the minecart, and then take the locked door to your left. Hit this switch, and then take the minecart one more time. At this point, you're going to want to equip bombs over your gush jar. And then go across the rail here. If the keys get in your way, you can just swing your sword once to get them out of your way or to kill them. For the most part, I guess, Carno. Okay, so this is the mini boss of this dungeon. It's kind of hard to explain because the boss fight is really fast, but I'll kind of show it. I'll try to show it as best as I can first, and then kind of explain it afterwards. So kind of just watch first. Okay, so that was a relatively good fight. The thing you want to know about the spiky choo-choos is they're invincible right after they jump, and right after they're not spiky. So they'll become spiky and they'll just become regular. Right after they're regular again, they're vulnerable. So for that strat there, wow, Corno. For that strat there, I like to jump down at the top, go to right here, drop a bomb, roll straight down, drop another bomb, hit left, drop one more bomb, and then I'll either face upwards or to the right and charge a spin slash. And by that time, the choo-choo should have all fallen down. After they fall down, they'll go into a circle and become spiky. Right before the last like 2 on this side or 2 or 3 on this side become spiky, you're gonna want to release your spin slash, and that should either kill or stun all of the ones on this side. If you see that one is stunned, like there's the stars around their head, just slash them twice, because 2 slashes will kill them. And then after the second slash, store another spin slash. The bombs should take care of the other spiny choo-choos around them, and there should be 3 left. Right after the 3 jump towards you, you want to release the second spin slash to kill those 3. So I'll show it again. Oh, I'm not in the emulator. Oh wow, dude, I didn't make a save state. Well then, I guess I wasn't in the emulator. One sec guys, I'll kind of backtrack as fast as possible. And that's what happens when you're not selected in the emulator. I just sound autistic, I don't know. So this is just review, I guess, since apparently I didn't make a save state because I wasn't selected in the emulator. Okay, that's cool. Wow, that was good RNG, dude. Damn, that was really good RNG. They're just trolling, and they're just trolling, don't worry about it, man. What's up, Dizzy? I'm trying to do this tutorial again. Sorry for a lot of the backtracking though, I can't believe I wasn't selected in the emulator when I made the save state. I know, right, Atroz? If only you can get that kind of fucking RNG in a run. What am I doing? Right, I'm out these. Wait, what is that supposed to be then, if that's not him saying bye? What is that supposed to be? It's a greet. Oh my god, dude. I'm so bad. I'm so bad. Oh my god, I didn't even freaking know that. Oh my gosh, dude. I feel silly now. Wow, 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 wow. I feel silly, like beyond imagine. I feel really silly right now. Okay, mini boss take 2. Alright, make sure I'm in the emulator this time. Alright. Well, that was a little sloppy. So yeah, like I said, right after they're spiny and they become unspiny, um, they're actually vulnerable again. So if you mess up the strat, you just have to kill them normally. Kind of just wait for them to either jump at you when they're vulnerable, or become unspiny when they're vulnerable. Yeah, the world record holder uses N64 controller. Yeah, we can try that one more time. And that time I really fucked it up. So that's just kind of like, that's kind of what you want to do if you mess up this strat. Just make it really easy on yourself and kind of just wait for them to either jump at you or become less spiny. So even that was kind of sloppy, but we'll move on. You kind of get the gist of it, because I did it pretty good the first time. So now that we have the cane of Pachi, we can use it to flip over things like that. It's used to flip over stuff, and it's also used to like put it. You can like use the cane on holes, and you can just jump up platforms like that. So jump off the platform and step on that switch to create a warp point and open the door. Use the cane to flip over the minecart, and then take the minecart into this northern room. Push this chest on top of the peg into the hole, and open it for a small key. Now take the minecart back. And then go up the north exit, where we came from before, and just jump down the wall. Go through the north locked door. And then in this room, we're going to go to the Minish zone and shrink. Avoid these spike traps. And then make your way through this maze. These little spiky things over here will not chase you when you are tiny, but when you grow, they will start to chase you. So if you're low on health here, you might want to avoid them by going into the little nooks and crannies of the little holes here, but if you have a lot of health, you can just run into them and then roll. And then flip the minecart over and take it back, and hit this little switch here, change the track rails, and then take the minecart again. In this room with the rollerblades, you just want to hit them towards this, and then throw them into the holes one by one. What does that do? And then pull this one out, this switch out 5 times, and then push it up until you're in line with the hole. Now push it left, and then swing your sword to hit the switch when it falls into the hole. Now make your way up north, fall down this ledge here, and we'll enter the next area to the east here. Okay, am I in the emulator this time? Okay, so when we get to this area here, we kind of want to be as fast as possible. Because if you take too long and you miss that cycle there, you're either going to flip over this one right here, or you're going to miss getting that top one over there. So like I said, swinging your sword against fire is a good way to get get hearts back, but you don't want to spend too much time on it. So just kind of follow the path I'm taking here. This should be really straightforward. When you get over here, flip over these pots here with your cane, just to make things easier so you don't have to pick up the pots later. Okay. So this part you can save a little time by doing less cycles here. Kind of just watch what I do and I'll kind of explain it after. So you want to wait in the top right hand corner. And don't do that. This strat is really good because it does save quite a bit of time, but it can be risky because if you fall into lava, it wastes a lot of time. Like that. So what you kind of want to do is you kind of want to walk to the right and then kind of walk up/up right to make it to the last platform, skipping a cycle. Like that. And it skips having to do a cycle on top of the burning platforms. When you get to this area, fall into the hole, jump out, use your cane on the second hole, and then jump up this platform. Use your cane on this other hole in front of the whirlwind, and jump into the whirlwind to get access to this top part. If you don't feel safe doing that cycle skip on the platforms, you don't need to do it. I don't really do it. I mean, I just started doing it in my runs, so you don't have to feel bad if you don't do it for your first couple runs, because it can be kind of irritating as hell to do. Hey Saberblade, thank you. So now make your way down, enter this first whirlwind, and you kind of want to go down left till you're in line with these rocks on the right, or on the left side here, to enter the second whirlwind. And then make your way to this platform in the middle. Like in the mountains, we have to hit up on our D-pad in order to get on top of the platform. So just holding left will not get you on the top of the platform, you need to hold up left. Enter this second whirlwind, and then go through this one. After you hit this one, you can skip every other whirlwind, and we can just go straight up to the platform where the boss key is. Open the chest for the boss key. You can jump down here. I missed a cycle. No big deal. You can slash the flames here if you need hearts, and you can, if you don't feel safe, you can step on this switch to make a warp point. But this boss is really easy. You shouldn't need to make a warp point or anything like that. If you still need hearts, there is a fairy in that pot right there if you ever need it. But this boss has a lot of opportunities to get hearts back because he throws fire around the place, so as long as you have around like 2-3 hearts, you should be fine, and then just drop into the hole. So this boss is really straightforward. All we need to do is use the cane of Pachi on that big spiky rock on his back. So we kind of want to take note of which way his head goes first. Good night, Scott. And then we want to stand on the opposite side of that so we can hit him with the cane. You kind of want to avoid the fire because it's kind of irritating, but so after you hit him, or after you hit the stone on his back with the cane Apache, it'll flip the stone over, revealing his vulnerable spot on his back, and his neck will come towards you. You're gonna roll across his neck and mash sword on the weak part of his back. Each cycle is 8 hits. So, well, actually, the first 2 cycles are 8 hits. So that was 8 hits. The second cycle will be 8 hits, and on the third cycle, it's gonna be 5 hits. When he comes out of the lava after the first and second phases, he's gonna start blowing fire at you, so kind of just make your way around to the back of him and wait for him to turn to you. Wow, dude. Cool game. If you need hearts, you can just slash your sword against the fire on the ground, and you'll probably get a heart drop, or 3, or 90, because the fire drops a lot of hearts for some reason. So just remember that it's 8, 8, 5. So after you do 8 hits and 8 hits again, you're gonna want to just roll off of his back so you don't get sucked into the lava. I should play TP because TP is a real cool game. So just remember 885 if you need hearts, slash the fire, and just use your cane on top of his back. A really easy battle. Hi Blinksy. And now we have the second element in the game. Once again, go up to get the heart piece, and then exit through the green warp. Now jump down here and jump on top of the Minish rock and shrink. We're gonna grab the sword back from Limari. before we progress any further through the game. So just talk to Lemari, or Melari, sorry, Melari, and he'll give you the white sword. Now go back out to the western exit, and then use the stone to grow. After you grow, you can equip the bottle over your cane, and then we're just gonna backtrack down the mountain. Hi, Mini. Sabotage, the thing is, it does save a little time, but it's really not that worth it. Oh, I should mention this. You want to jump down more towards the bottom of this ledge rather than the top, because if you jump down the top of the ledge, you're gonna hit this whirlwind and it kind of wastes sometimes. But you can skip the heart pieces, the heart containers if you want to, but late game gets kind of intense and you kind of want a lot of hearts at that point, or you're gonna die a lot. But yeah, so it's kind of worth it to get all of the hearts. So just backtrack down the mountain, go down this wall, and then we're gonna exit back to Trilby Highlands. Pick up that rock, because it's faster, Kappa, and then enter back to Hyrule Castle Town. When we enter Hyrule Castle Town, when you come over this bridge, you want to swing your bottle to grab water. You can be anywhere on the bridge, you can be like right in the middle, and when you swing your bottle, you'll still grab water, so don't worry about that. Then we need to enter the castle, but before entering, you want to interact with this wind crest right here. So press R or A, and it will explode. This creates a warp point for later in the game after we get the ocarina to warp back here faster. So don't forget this. This is actually pretty important. Atros, please. You're like too pro for me. So after you get the wind crest, you're gonna exit up north to North Hyrule Field, and we're gonna make our way back to the castle. Go straight up and enter the castle. When you come to this crossroad, you're gonna go left, up the stairs, and then down this stairwell. Get to the middle of this carpet and then go straight up. Enter the sanctuary, keep going north. TMC no damage, dude, that's freaking hard. And at this pedestal, just press R, and you'll learn the first split ability. Big and strong. MV game. It's amazing, I haven't dropped frames, I'm so happy. So for this first time when you learn this split ability, after you talk to this tablet, or after you talk to Eslo, you need to split once over here before progressing. So split once here, wait for the green bar to fill up, and then move over to the second one, and that'll split you apart. From here I like to roll down 3 times, 1, 2, 3, and then charge up my sword. So when I get down here I don't have to wait too long. Split and step on the switch to open the door, and then we can exit. Now we're just gonna make our way back to Hyrule Castle Town, so it's just backtracking all the way. After we backtrack to Hyrule Castle Town, we're gonna exit out left again. Oh wait, actually, wait, sorry, there's a cutscene here. Totally forgot about this cutscene. So this is a Vadi cutscene here, he's kind of just going to explain stuff, and we're going to have to fight 2 moblins. There are 2 strats you can use here against the moblins. Hey LaFonda. And I'll show off each strat. The first strat is a little riskier, but it is a little faster than the second strat I'm going to show. The first strat is basically you're just going to charge a spin slash and walk downwards, and when the moblins start to charge at you, you're gonna release the spin slash, and hopefully it'll hit them twice. But it can be really risky because if you charge your spin slash too late, it's not gonna go off in time by the time they get to you. So you're probably gonna mess up that strat. I'll try to do the strat successfully, but even I've only gotten it perfect like once. So even that, it was a little better, but I still missed the second hit. So that's the riskier strat, but if you do get that strat, it's a couple seconds faster. Dude, Atroz is like the fucking second fastest speedrunner for a Minish cap in the world. The second strat you can do is just to roll down to the barrier and then look up at the moblins and just smash your B button, your sword button, and they'll just run into you. So that strat is a lot safer in my opinion, and that's the strat I actually recommend you doing when you do run the game. I've actually just switched to doing that strat after Atroz showed it to me, because it's so fucking good. Solafonda, how's Pokemon? Baby Vadi, so freaking cute. Yeah, actually, Baby Vadi's not really. I think he looks pretty legit. And now the old man's turning into the hat. Alright, so more cutscenes. He's gonna jump on your head. And now we're gonna exit back down to Hyrule Castle Town and take the western exit, which we came from earlier. So now that we have the split ability, if you remember earlier when we went down this ladder, there's a split right here. So just charge up your spin slash to split here, push the block, and we can exit up this ladder now. After you get up from the ladder, you're just gonna go right and then go straight down. And we're gonna go down this loading zone, but make sure you go down this loading zone right in the middle, because we're gonna enter another cutscene where Link has to walk down. And if you enter it at the sides of the cutscenes, it just takes Link a little longer to walk downwards. So now the king, with all his guards, I mean, look how many guards there are, man. You would think that it would be impossible for Vadi to get to him. But even with all those guards around him, the king gets possessed, and we have to do shit about it. Doing the Pokemon League now? Damn, man. You're fast. Okay, so now we're gonna just keep rolling down until we get to this area with the fence and the rock. Then go left, and you'll see this sign here. You're gonna want to read the sign, and reading this sign is gonna activate the start of the Pegasus Boots side quest, because we need the Pegasus Boots to progress through this next area. Basically, all this sign says is up here is Caster Wilds. Make sure to bring your Pegasus Boots. So yeah, just make sure you read that sign before progressing. It's really easy to forget that, so make sure you remember. After that, push the rock in the hole and go to the right, and we're gonna backtrack back to Hyrule Castle Town again. Now when we're back in Hyrule Castle Town, we're going to enter the boot shop, which is in the marketplace in the top left hand corner. It has a big boot on it, you can't miss it. And he's going to face desk. After he face desks, you're going to jump on this pot and we're going to shrink. This is another cutscene you can't skip, so just chill out. Please, Lord Vosh, please. Now after you become a Minish, you're going to go up this little ladder right here, and you're going to talk to these guys. You only have to talk to these guys once, and they'll show you the map. After they show you the map, just hit A and cancel, and you don't need to talk to them again. When I was first learning this game, I would just talk to these guys over and over again, because you can technically just keep mashing buttons and just keep talking to them. So just note that after they show you the map, you can stop talking to them. Now you can just grow again and exit out of the door. And now we're going to head to Lake Helia. So at this point we're going to equip the cane and the bombs. Go back to past the bell and go towards the right. And take the eastern exit. When you take the eastern exit, you're gonna drop a bomb and use it to blow up the rocks in your way. And then you're gonna enter Lon Lon Ranch. Use the stump at the top of the Lon Lon Ranch to shrink. And we're gonna enter the house as a Minish. As soon as you come in, use the pot to grow. And then use the cane on this pot right here to reveal the key, house key. Then you're gonna shrink again and exit out the back, or exit out the front. And then grow in the back. Now just interact with Talon, and he'll take the key from you, and it'll open the house door, because usually it's locked. Well, of course it's locked, the key is inside of the freaking house. Now go through the house, and we're gonna go to the right and exit out the back door. Now kind of just follow my movement. We're gonna enter Lake Helia. Use the cane on that hole there. I am from Hawaii. And use this whirlwind to get across this big, I guess, lake of water. Drop down and take the exit to your bottom right hand corner to enter Lake Helia. Now in this area, we're going to take these stairs here and enter this potion shop up here. And this is where we're going to buy the wake up mushroom. This is the last place where we're going to need rupees in the entire room. So pick up the mushroom and interact with the witch, and just hold B and mash A to select yes. What are you talking about, alien? So when you come out here, you can just use the Kanopachi to flip over that grass right there, and you can just jump down the ledge to make it a little faster than walking down the stairs. Exit out here and push this block, or the rock, into the hole to make a faster way to enter Lake Helia for later in the game. And now we're just going to backtrack to Hyrule Castle Town to get the Pegasus boots. So now all we're going to do is make our way back to the boot, or the shoe shop. And we're going to use the Wake Up Mushroom on this guy by pressing R. So just get in front of him and hit R, and it'll wake him up. How a mushroom wakes up this guy, I have no freaking clue. But it doesn't matter because he gives us free boots. You shouldn't have lost your mod, LaFonda. Wait, is LaFonda mod? Let me just check. I'm just gonna do it no matter what. I'm pretty sure chat is being weird, but that's weird. I'm probably gonna mod Atros too because he's a pretty cool guy. Did I mod Atros? Alright, cool. Okay, so now we have the Pegasus boots, we can continue further through the game. Just equip your sword and your Pegasus boots. And exit out the southern exit. Now go backtrack to this western area, and we're gonna enter the place above the sign. So in this area right here, there is actually a little cutscene trigger if you walk straight with Ezlo. We can actually skip this cutscene. All we need to do is walk left and then go down. Enter this, I guess the swamp water, and then use your Pegasus boots to progress through the water. Cut this grass and enter this cave over here. Go down these stairs and make your way to the left, and we'll have like a little mini boss kind of thing here. So in this next area is going to be your first Dark Knight fight. There are actually I think maybe 4 Dark Knight. No, there's actually a lot of Dark Knight fights in this any percent route. So the strat here basically is after the battle starts, you're gonna want to hold down so you're like kind of on the bottom wall, and then wait for the Dark Nut to kind of start to pass this line in the ground where my mouse is. At the point where the Dark Nut starts to pass this line, you want to use your Pegasus boots and bash into the wall. And since you bonk, it'll kind of make you fly behind him, and you can just time slashes against the Dark Knight's back and kill him in 4 hits. If he does that attack, he can either charge like that or do this just as a regular slash attack like that. Depending on which one he does, you might have to kind of change up your strategy, but he's going to take 4 hits no matter what. So he gave me like weird slashy thing twice. I'm gonna try get him to do the charging move because that's gonna be the fastest type of fight you can get for this battle. There. And then you can just open the chest to grab the first golden kinstone. So you don't want to mash your sword against that guy. You want to just time it, so like slash, 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 slash. It'll take 4 slashes. When you come out, you're gonna you slash the grass to your left and go up the vine. And take the northern, or the northernmost path. Climb down the vine and then use your Pegasus boots to the left. Make your way to the shrink stump and shrink. Go into this little Minish passage, get on top of the lily pad, and equip your gush jar over your Pegasus boots. After you go straight forward like about 5 times, you want to go to the left twice, and then just mash your gush jar button until you get to the end. So this battle, you just want to kind of just hit them as fast as possible. Wow, I took a lot of damage. This is retarded. GG, get wrecked. Yeah, if you write message deleted, it'll time you out. It's freaking hilarious. So now do the same thing. After going forward like around 5 times, you want to go to the left twice. I love it, dude. Because Amalthi's bot, if you type message deleted, it'll time you out. It's fucking hilarious. Okay, so after you grow again, you want to equip the bow and the Pegasus boots. And make your way back to this area you were at before. Climb up this vine and go to the down right. And you'll find your first Igor here. So with the Igors, you want to shoot him with the arrow, and then right after he starts to jump, you want to roll underneath them with roll invincibility. Like that. And then now you can use the Pegasus boots here to enter this second cave to get the second golden kinstone. Dude, if I didn't have a multi-spot in my chat would be wrecked 24/7. So now, after you grab the second golden kinstone, you're just gonna exit out, go downwards, and push that stone into the hole. Climb up this vine, and then we're gonna take the bottom left-hand passage this time, and keep going down. Just keep going down until you can't go down anymore, and you'll come to the second Igor, and we're just gonna roll under him like the first one. Make your way across this one to where this chest is. You don't need the chest, just jump down and navigate to the bottom right hand corner of your screen to where the third Igor is. Use roll invincibility again, or just roll underneath him. And then make your way to this whirlwind. When you jump into the whirlwind, just hold down right, or down left on your D-pad, sorry about that, down left, until you get to this last tunnel here, or last cave. Use your bow to break the grass and get the third golden kinstone. Now push the rock into the hole, and then use your Pegasus boots to go straight left. Now we need to fuse with these 3 statues. So to fuse with them, you hit L, then select the appropriate one and hit A. If you don't have it down left, then get a new controller. Please. So we're just gonna fuse with all 3 of them. Oh snap, I hit the wrong button. And now we can enter the Wind Ruins. So now we have these Armo statues. At this point, we're gonna want to equip the sword and the Pegasus boots. To activate these guys, you just have to touch them once, and then unlike the Igors, you don't have to wait for them to activate. Once they activate, you can just roll right through them, like so. When you get to this stump, you're gonna jump on top of it and shrink. I guess I'll just show this real fast. Unlike the Armos we were just at, this one is not activated, so if you try to walk into it, it's not gonna work. So shrink first, and we're gonna take the ladder right in front of it and press the switch or slash the switch inside to activate the Armos. As now you can see his eye is white, and now we can just roll past him. In this area, you can ignore the Tektites and just go up the ladder. And then here you want to kill all 3 of these Tektites to progress through the dungeon. If they drop a heart, you can get it if you're low on hearts. Make your way up that stair and go to the right. Now here, before you shrink, you want to get rid of some of these grasses in the way here. So when we shrink, if the grass is still there, we can't walk into them, we would have to walk around them. So just cut the grasses down to make a fast path to this Armo statue here. Yes, no Tokyo Cam, I have the input display going tonight for the tutorial. So once again, we're gonna invincibility roll past the Armo statue, avoid the Tektites, and go south. Okay, in this area right here, you want to be careful because like this Armos is gonna have to activate, and then it's gonna get in your way. So all you need to do is jump onto the log, shrink down, and then you're gonna roll into this one and unactivate this guy. So now that he's unactivated, we can progress. In this next area, we just want to kill all the enemies. So kill the ropes. Pick the stones off of these guys, and then throw them at them to kill them. So there are 3 ropes and 2 of those monsters underneath the rocks, so just take note of that. Yeah, please don't spam the multi-spots. Okay, so now we're in the 3rd dungeon in the game, the Fortress of the Winds. When you first enter this dungeon, you're going to want to go to the right and go through this rightmost door. Walk up the stairs. Use roll invincibility to get past this ferry, and then throw the skull at that Stalfos that spawns. Pull this switch to open the door, and then exit to the south. Go up this ladder. Roll past the spiny choo-choo. Then enter this room. These 2 skulls are gonna fly at you, so just swing your sword at them. Pick up this skull and then walk into this Armos. After he activates, you're gonna throw the skull at him and then slash him with your sword. After he's dead, you want to charge up your split ability, and then stand on the one that was underneath the Armos, and then go to this rightmost one. Walk through the passage, then step on one, then quickly step onto the other to open the door. Shrink down, and then go back to the room where the Armos statue is. Activate this Armos statue, and then go into this small little passageway to grow. Tokyoboi. Okay, so now we're gonna activate this Armos. You want to be on this side of the wall, so that when you slash your sword against him, it'll push you back into the wall. So it doesn't. Usually, if you were to, I guess I'll just kind of show it. If you attack him from the right side, it'll push you back a lot, and it makes it harder to kill him really fast. But if you push him from the right or from the left side, it's faster. You can just kill him really fast like that. And then we're gonna pull this switch to drop a small key into the hole. Now we're just gonna drop down the hole and grab the small key. Best in 3C is awesome. Now go all the way to the leftmost door. And there are 2 guaranteed heart drops right here if you need hearts. And these will always respawn if you need them. So just take note of that. Now make your way around this passage here. And equip your bow over your Pegasus boots. Use your bow to hit this eye switch, and then progress to the next door. Now in this room, there are going to be Stalfos that spawn, so charge up a spin attack and wait for them to jump on top of you, or just get fucked right there. If that happens, just kill them normally. They take 2 hits each. Now make your way to the right here. Ignore these rupees, because there's a like underneath this red one. So just ignore the rupees, because you don't need rupees anymore throughout the entire run. And then take this northern exit, or northern passage. If you need arrows, there's an arrow drop right there, but you shouldn't need arrows at this point. So now we just gotta hit these 2 ice switches on the right side of the room, and then go through the door that opens up. Now kill the ropes in this room. Getting the heart drop if you want to, if you get a heart drop. Then pick up and throw the skulls on these 3 platforms, and then we're gonna store a charge slash, or we're gonna charge a slash here. I hate likes, you guys should know why. So now we're just gonna push this all the way forward. You can push this one, or you can just leave it there. There is a way to not push it and just walk through the stone. But I fucked it up once, and I never wanted to do it ever again, so now I just push it, because it doesn't waste too much time. Oh crap, dude. Be careful of that too, because if you're in a solid object for too long, it will make your clone disappear. And then just pull the switch here. So that second block in the bottom left hand corner, you don't need to push it out of the way, but I just do it anyway because it's a lot safer. Oh my god, you missed. Now grab the second small key and we can go through the middle door now. There are also 2 heart drops in these 2 skulls if you ever need them. I'm just gonna say that right now. Now when you come up to this main part of the room, you're gonna go to the left and there's an Igor that you have to roll under. So just shoot him with the bow and roll underneath him. Go to the leftmost locked door first. Make sure you go to the left one first, because this way is where we get the dungeon item. Make sure you walk into this next area in the middle here. So right off the bat we can just shoot an arrow into the eye switch. And then shoot another one there. Watch out, there's a I don't know what the hell you call those. Wall master, floor master, fucking ceiling master, whatever. But in this next room here, you're gonna want to equip the Pegasus boots, because here we have another Dark Nut fight. So use the same strat. When he gets to that line on the ground, you're just gonna Pegasus boots charge into the wall, and then just gonna slash him 4 times. And you get Kinstone trolled. Pick up the Kinstone and waste frames, cause fuck this game. Alright, so once again, that when he's crossing this line on the floor right here, that's when you kind of want to ram into the wall to get behind him and slash his ass. So now in this next room, this is going to be a strat we use later on too. We can use the Pegasus boots to like go through spike traps. So we're going to roll through these spike traps over here and then use the Pegasus boots to go right through them to hit that switch there. And then go through this door on the bottom right hand corner. So roll, Pegasus boots down, and then go to the southern exit. So now in this room, you're gonna need bombs coming up. So if you need bombs or hearts, there is 1 bomb drop and 1 heart drop in these 2 skulls over here if you need them. So equip bombs over your sword, and in this next area, you're gonna just throw the bomb in front of this area of the wall, like in the middle of these 2 little textures on the ground to reveal an opening. And this big chest is dungeon item, which is the mole mitts. So we do not need that chest, so we can just exit this room here. Continue to the right, throw off this skull here, and enter the door to the upper right hand corner now. Okay, so this switch right here, the amount of time you hold on to this switch or you pull back the switch is the amount of time it lasts. So if you hold this switch for like a very long time, and then you can just pretty much just walk over it without being any problems. But that's kind of a waste of time. You kind of want to pull it as little as possible. So like what I like to do is I kind of just listen for it to like, I don't know how to explain it, but like make 5 clicking noises, and then I let go and just wait for it to come across the whole way, and then I just roll all the way up. I guess it's like 6 clicking noises, but you can kind of just find your own feel for it. Okay, so this room. This is where you can test if your game is PAL or not. So equip your arrows over your bombs, and you're gonna shoot the floor masters. If they die in 1 hit, you're playing on the American version. If they die in 2 hits, you're on the PAL version. So if you're on the PAL version, you're gonna want to find a different version to run on, because if you're doing the same route as me on PAL, you will get soft locked eventually in the game, because you cannot use the Ocarina to warp back to Hyrule Town after you beat the Palace of Winds. So make sure you're either running on Japanese or English at this point. So killing the 3 floor masters will reveal a stone, and we're just gonna ignore that for now and go through the exit in the top right hand corner. Get rid of these skulls, and then jump into this bottom right hand hole. Jump over that spiky trap thing, and then we're gonna do this puzzle here. So this is just I think this is the most optimal way to do this puzzle, so just follow along. When you get up here, there's 2 ropes to take care of, and then you're just going to charge up, and you're going to step on these 2 blocks. Then make your way down and step on the switches. And that'll reveal a small key. Now backtrack, and you can just jump into this last hole here, and jump over this spike trap. Now open this door. Make sure you open this door. This is really important. I forgot this quite a bit in past runs. But you want to make sure that you open this door before backtracking to the last room, because we have to backtrack and shrink down using that shrink stone we revealed earlier. So after you open the door, shrink down and come back. Yeah, the PAL region always gets fucked for speedruns besides Twilight Princess. So if you're fast enough, you can get in between these 2 little spiky pillars to make that really fast cycle so you don't take any extra damage. But yeah, so you want to use those, you want to get to this area because you cannot get through this area through here anymore because the skulls are blocking it off. So just make sure you go through the Minish passage on the top. The PAL region is actually faster in Twilight Princess. So now, I forgot this in my first run and I wasted a lot of time, but there's a Minish hole here. Make sure you go into this Minish hole and grow. Step on the switch and equip your moments over your bowl. And then just follow the path I'm taking to get the small key. Now shrink. And then exit out of the hole. I'm not too sure why PAL TP is faster, but I know it is faster. So now since you have that small key there, you can jump down this little ledge here. Don't worry about these wall masters, they can't grab you when you're small. But you don't want to kill them. So after you grow, you want to avoid them and go to the right. You don't want to kill them because we're going to use them to warp back to the beginning of the dungeon later. And now just dig straight here. If that guy is hitting you a lot, you can just kill him. If not, you can just dig straight down. Go north, slash these skulls and open the locked door. And then you're going to fall down to the right here. And then open this chest for the big key. Hey, Kanekikyo. Hey, Cheesy Toast. And now you're going to get taken by the floor master back to the beginning of the dungeon. So now if you need hearts, you can grab hearts from these skulls here. And we're just gonna go north again, up the staircase, and go straight south now. Because we have the boss key. We can go kill the boss now. Go up this ladder. And then dig through the two things right there. Right after you dig through those, we don't need the digging mitts for now, so we can equip the bow over the digging mitts. And then go straight up into this door to get to the boss fight here. So this boss fight is really straightforward. He has two hands, and his weak points are the little eyes on his two hands. So first you're just gonna shoot his eyes with the two hands, or each eyeball once with the bow and arrow, and then mash B against his hand. So there are two things his hands can do. His hand can either attack you once while the other hand stays neutral so you can attack it, or his other hand can attack you 3 times in the first couple cycles. Later on, the hand can like do this grabbing thing where he grabs you and you just want to avoid it. And there's also an attack where the head shoots out this laser at you that turns you small. So you kind of just want to avoid all damage in this battle. So whichever hand attacks you first, you're gonna try hit the opposite hand. So now he's attacking me 3 times. If you see his hand attack you more than once, it will guarantee attack you 3 times. So just keep that in mind. So after you kill both hands, his head will drop to the ground. At this point, you're going to use the Minish stone to shrink down and enter his mouth. And then there will be one statue with an eye on it. You're going to slash that statue until it explodes. And you want to exit. There is that little enemy that grabs you and that can take you out of the head, but it's actually slower than just exiting by yourself. So do the same thing for the second cycle, but for the second cycle, before you enter his head, you want to equip the digging mitts. Now this is RNG here. At this point, you're just gonna have to dig and try to find which one is the real one. It's really obvious because you don't have to dig really close to it at all. You should be able to see it like that, and you're just gonna slash it. So that was really bad RNG there. So that time I got grabbed, so that time I wasted a little time. So after you grow again, you want to equip the bow. Wow, dude. Wow, dude. Wow, dude. Wow, dude. So hit his hands 2 more times, and now equip the digging mitts 1 last time. And we're gonna dig 1 more time. Okay, that was a little better RNG. So it's really obvious which one is actually the one you need to kill. Like, if you dig anywhere near it, there will be like a blue flashing light around it. So it's really obvious. How do you Zelda? Well, first you gotta spell Zelda, Zelda, and then you gotta do stuff. Okay, so grab this heart container and go up the stairs. Talk to this tablet here and you'll gain the Ocarina of Winds. And now this is where the fun begins. We now have the most broken item in the entire game. Is the Ocarina. So we're not gonna use the Ocarina glitch yet. But when we do use it, I'll kind of explain what we're gonna be doing and what the whole essence of the Ocarina glitch is. So for now, just equip the Cane Apache and the Ocarina. And then use the Ocarina to summon your little bird friend. And we're gonna warp to this second warp point here, which is Lake Helia. I press B, I'm dumb. So the reason we have to warp to Lake Helia first is because we need to shrink here and go inside this Minish house and talk to this guy. This is gonna start what is called the book quest. And the book quest is this relatively long side quest we need to do that gets us the power bracelets and the flippers, and this is gonna let us get into the next dungeon, which is the Temple of Droplets. So after we grow again, we can use the Ocarina, and we're gonna warp to Hyrule Castle Town. So now before, if you notice, like there's usually a guy standing in front of this library blocking it off. But after we talk to that Minish guy, he will go away. So if you see this guy standing here still, that means you didn't talk to the Minish cap or the Minish guy in that little house. So enter the library, and we're gonna go up these stairs here. Use the Kanepachi to flip over this pot, and then we're gonna use it to shrink. Enter back into the library, and then go into this bookcase here, and then we're gonna talk to this guy. After we talk to this guy, we can equip the sword and the moments and save, and then we're gonna reset after we save. Okay, now make our way down, jump down this ledge and use your moments to enter this cave. We need to get a kinstone here to do our last kinstone fusion in the game. So right here, when you get to this last area, there's a little monster across after this little dirt patch here, so you want to slash your sword before continuing. Then go up against the wall and then slash or moment here to get this kinstone piece. Okay, so now that we're out of here, we're gonna go to the south of Castletown, and we're gonna enter this house with the purple ceiling. At this point, we want to equip the Kanepachi and your bottle of water that you should have gotten after we came back to Hyrule Town after the second dungeon. So we're gonna use the Kanepachi to flip over this pot, and then use the water to put out the fire in the fireplace. Then shrink, and then go into the fireplace that we put out. Cross the bridge to the blue house. And we're gonna climb up these stairs here to push this book onto the ground. Now we're gonna backtrack, make sure you don't get hit by that bionic bunion because he can attack you. And then we're gonna grow. Alright, one sec guys, I'll be right back. Sorry, I had to grab a drink. My throat was getting sore, so I just got some water so I can drink some. I've been talking for like 2 hours already. Alright, so let's continue. Now exit the house and go into the blue house, and we're gonna grab that book that fell onto the ground. Now we're gonna equip the hover boot, not the hover boots, the Pegasus boots. And the ocarina. I don't trust you either, gonna kick yo, Kappa. Miss Master, please. Okay, so coming up is gonna be the first instant of the ocarina glitch that we use in this run. And the chick just walked in front of the door! Okay, so we're gonna enter the cafe, which is the yellow roof with the coffee. The cup of coffee on top of it. If the bitch trolls you and walks in front of the door, you just have to wait for her to move out of the way. This is why RNG in this game is dumb, because it can happen a lot. Dude! Please! Wow. Wow. I'm sorry, I said to equip the Pegasus boots, but we're gonna need this cane here one more time. So after you flip over that pot, you equip the Pegasus boots. Push this little cabinet or thing to the left twice to reveal the stairs, and then we're gonna shrink. The bitch blocking you is optimal. You want her to block you for 10 seconds. Yeah, gonna kick you. I've known him for quite a bit. So now we just gotta make our way to the right here. Into this area, into this the shop roof. And now I will kind of explain what the ocarina glitch is. If anyone is curious, you can go to zeldaspeedruns.com/TMC. And there's actually a pretty detailed explanation of what ocarina glitch is. Basically what it is, when you do the glitch, it'll pretty much freeze everything that's in the room with you at the time, and it'll allow you to walk through certain objects, walk above certain rooms and NPCs, and it'll let you walk across voids too. So basically, all you need to do this glitch is you need the ocarina, and you need a stairway that either goes up or down. So we're gonna use this stairwell right here that goes downwards. We're gonna get in front of it, and then we're gonna hit up an ocarina almost instantaneously like that. So when you start to walk into the room, the ocarina will cancel it. So now you're in this room. The whole room is frozen. Enemies cannot hit you, and you can walk over voids. So I can just walk over this big ass void right here. When you're in ocarina glitch, in the initial room that you do it, you cannot pause the game. You cannot roll. If you roll, you will soft lock your game. Running into a wall with the Pegasus boots will soft lock your game. Talking to NPCs will also soft lock your game. But it'll also let you walk through NPCs and like do crazy things like this, walking over voids, etc. So at this point, what you're going to want to do is, this is actually a pretty specific trick right here, is this is gonna warp us to the other side of Hyrule Castle Town. So get in line with this top wall here, and then kind of walk onto the void here. It's not like super duper specific, but it's pretty specific in the sense that if you fail this, it will soft lock your game. I'll give you kind of just like an example. I'm gonna make a save state and then fail it on purpose. So if you like line up like down here and you like don't pay attention to what you're doing, you try to Pegasus boots across, it will soft lock your game like this. So now you can't do anything. You're just soft locked here. You can't do anything. And you're just literally fucked. So you don't want to do that. So just line up with this. The way I do is I line up with this top wall here. I go on top of the void. I start to use my Pegasus boots and I hold down right on my D-pad. Like that. And he'll bonk into this candle thing, and now you can have access to walking around up here. Hi Zas. So now, since you're not in the original room where you did the ocarina glitch, you can roll, you won't soft lock, you can pause your game and do all that stuff. All the things that I explained earlier with rolling and soft locking, bonking, soft locking, etc., it only applies to the original room that you did ocarina glitch in, that it will soft lock your game. The only thing now is, when you're in this room, there should be a big book right here, and since we did ocarina glitch, the book is not loaded. So we're gonna have to walk down these stairs here to load the book. So walk down the stairs and walk up, and now the book is loaded, as you can see on the right side. Now we equip the sword and the gush jar, and make our way to the right. Use the gush jar to reveal tiles, and then we're gonna split here. You lose the ocarina glitch by playing the ocarina. And I'm going to explain that a little later. So now just split and then get on top of the book to make it fall. Before exiting this building, you're going to go up and talk to this Minish guy. This activates the Power Bracelet side quest. So now we can exit this building. Make sure you talk to the Franker Z here, talk to the dog. If you do not talk to the dog, he will not move out of the way later on in the game. Take this entrance back to in the back of the house here, and that's to the carpenter's house. Use the pot to grow large, and equip your bottle over your gush jar. Right when you exit the house, you're going to swing your bottle to grab some more water. Now, since we talked to the Franker Z, he should move out of the way, and we can roll up. Enter the house with the yellow roof, and we're going to fuse with the stranger. This is the last kinstone fusion we have to do, so hit L and select the appropriate kinstone. and this is going to enter the entrance way to the last dungeon, or the second to the last dungeon in the game. Now we're gonna make our way back to the library and give back the first book. So talk to her once to give back the first book. Now after you talk to her for the first time, you want to talk to her one more time. And this, by doing this, it'll give us access to that house where we drop down the green book. If you do not talk to her a second time, you will not be able to enter this house, like the guy will say just to go away. But now since you talked to her twice, you have access to this house and you can grab the green book. And then you want to throw the water on top of the fire here. Now exit this house and go back to the carpenter's house. And we're going to use the pot to shrink down. Go behind the carpenter and exit out the back of the house. And now we're going to enter the little Minish hole in the purple roofed house. Now go into the fireplace that we put out with the water. And then enter the stranger's house through the Minish hole in the left side. Go out the back Minish hole, and now we just follow the path. The entrance to this path is right here, so just keep that in mind. Don't get lost. The cats can attack you, so kind of just be careful. That damage boost. Make your way around this water thing and enter this Minish hole in the statue. Equip the cane over your bottle. Dude, that damage boost is godlike. And then use it into the hole to jump up this ledge. What's ASMR? Now you just have to kill the Mulldozers. They take 3 hits each. That was pretty good RNG. And you can open this for the power bracelets. At this point, you're going to equip the Pegasus boots and the moments, and then save and quit. So save and then reset. The thing about saving and resetting in this game, I didn't mention it earlier, but you want to wait till at least 3 seconds after you hit the save button so the game can fully save. If you automatically reset the game, it won't save properly. I should have mentioned this earlier, but it kind of just slipped past my mind until now. So now start the game again, and we're gonna backtrack back to Lake Helia. So that's why we made that, we pushed the rock, the place where we pushed the rock into the hole earlier, that's where we want to go. Go back to the witch's hut, and instead of going up the stairs, we're gonna take this Mole Mit's cave. So just follow the path I'm taking, this is the most optimal path to take. And then go up the ladder. I'm not too sure, Alienation. So when you get down here, you're going to use the Pegasus boots to ram into this tree to reveal a shrink stump. Use R to shrink, and then enter the Minish passage here. Get on top of the lily pad, and then equip your gush jar and your ocarina. You can just go straight down with your gush jar here. There's nothing in your way. Cool plasma. That's kind of weird actually. Now right as you enter, just hold straight down to get on top of that lily pad. And then exit off that part. Push this block, or push the cabinet to the right to reveal the stairs. And then walk up it, and then push this block, the book down. Make sure the book hits the ground. You need to do that. If you're gonna have to save and quit here. If you don't wait for the book to hit the ground, it's not gonna function, and it's gonna still be on top of this area here. So after you push the book down, make sure it hits the ground. And then you're gonna want to equip. What do we equip here? Equip the ocarina and the cane of Pachi, and then we're gonna save and quit. So once again, resetting the game on emulator is select, start, A and B. So now we just go back into the house and grab the book. And then we use the ocarina to warp back to Hyrule Castle Town. Now we go back into the library, and we're gonna give back the last two books. I think the control for restarting on the keyboard is Control and R, because F1 to F10 are your save states in Virtual Boy Advance. So now take the staircase upwards, use the Kinapachi on the pot again, and shrink. Now we can enter the library one more time, and enter the little Minish passage where the books are. So now that the books are back, we're going to take the leftmost book up, take the red book and then the green book. Now go to the right, go down the red book, and enter the door in the green book. Now you can equip the sword and the gush jar. Talk to this guy. Okay, so this is where we get the flippers. Just move these 2 blocks here the way I did, and it'll make a little exit for you. If the slugs are in the way, you can kill them. They only take 1 hit now with the powered up sword. And use your gush jar to grab this mushroom to get to the other side here. Now this battle can be pretty trolly. These tarantula guys, we see them one more time in the Temple of Droplets, which is the temple coming up next. But you want to wait for them to kind of like they're gonna launch their pincers at you, and you want to wait for that to happen. You can hit them a couple times first, but after that they're gonna kind of be invincible. So you kind of want to wait for them to do that, and then you want to bash on them. You kind of want to time your slashes actually. Instead of really just mashing it, you want to kind of time it. Unless they're in the corner. If they're in the corner, then you can mash it because they'll stay into the corner. Then open the chest and you'll get the flippers. Dragon raid, cool man, thank you for the raid, that's awesome. At this point you're going to equip the Pegasus boots and the ocarina and save and quit one more time. Any raid is a good raid, no matter how big or small. Once you get back here, play the ocarina and we're going to warp to Lake Helia. Pick up this plant here and then jump down the ledge, and then we're just gonna make our way around here and then go down these stairs. Now that we have the flip, okay, the way you control the flippers is A is to go really fast to speed up, B is to go underwater. So just keep that in mind. So I'm just mashing A here to go as fast as I can. And then we're gonna make our way to this big crack in the ice, and then we're gonna use it to shrink down, and this is the 4th dungeon in the game, the Temple of Droplets. Now this is easily the most broken dungeon in the entire game due to Ocarina glitch. Like I mentioned earlier, the Ocarina glitch is done by cancelling the Ocarina while going up or down the staircase. And the thing is, when you use the Ocarina glitch, it saves your height value no matter where you are. So I'll kind of explain that more. So when you come down here, you don't want to roll when you're on the ice because it's really hard to control Link when you're on the ice. So either walk or use a Pegasus boots, because the Pegasus boots are much easier to control on the ice. Avoid these bulldozers and walk down the stairs here, and we're going to push this switch to reveal Sun, and that's how we're going to gain access to this small key. Walk up the stairs and we're going to fall through the hole, the newly made hole in the ground here. Now make your way up here and we're going to push this block into the sun with this very basic block puzzle. Yobo stands for you only buffer once. It is a term used for like Ocarina of Time speedrunning. when you only have to buffer a trick with one pause buffer. Okay, so now we're gonna do Ocarina Glitch. Once again, the Ocarina Glitch is done when you're standing in front of a doorway. You hit up in Ocarina at almost the same time, like that. So when you cancel walking down the stairs with the Ocarina, it'll totally freeze the whole room, like this, and you can walk over voids. So at this point, I want to show you that you don't want to roll. If you roll, it'll soft lock your game. You'll either fall, if you're over a void, you'll fall into the void. If you're not over a void, if you roll, it'll soft lock your game, so I can't do anything now. If you bonk into the wall with your Pegasus boots, it'll soft lock your game, so you don't want to do that either. And if you accidentally play your Ocarina again, it'll cancel out the glitch, so you don't want to do that either. So when you have the glitch active, just make sure you don't do any of those things. You also can't pause the game. Like if you want to pause the game to switch your equips, you can't. But once you get out of the room, once you get out of the initial room that you did it in, you can like roll all you want. You won't soft lock the game. You can bonk into the wall using Pegasus boots and it won't soft lock, and you can pause. Those rules only apply to the initial room that you do the Ocarina glitch in. So now we're gonna Pegasus boots across the void here, across this void. And then we're gonna walk up these stairs. See how it's kind of glitching right there? And I instantly become on top of the stairs. What the game is doing there is it's making Link go up a level and it's preserving his height. When the Ocarina glitch is active, your height in this room, if you walk up these staircases, will be preserved. So basically, earlier, like once again, I can't fall into the pits like this. You can go up these stairs, but you can't go down them, so I can't go down these stairs anymore because my height is infinitely preserved as this top height unless I jump down the ledge like this. I should also mention, if you're in a room that you originally did the Ocarina, let's say I did the Ocarina glitch in this room and everything was frozen. If I jump off the ledge like this, it will soft lock your game. So you want to be careful of that. So once I walk up these stairs, I'm at a higher point in the room. So at this point, I can actually just walk. You would usually need the boss key to go through this door. But since we went up these stairs, the game preserved my height due to the Ocarina glitch. I can just Pegasus boots right through the wall and totally skip the entire boss key. There are hearts in these two pots here, and also in these two pots on this side if you need hearts. So that's just something that's cool to know if you ever need hearts. But yeah, so you'll jump down over here, grab hearts if you need them. So you're just gonna Pegasus boots down, and then go through this western exit here. Use B to go underneath the water and avoid that trap. And now we're gonna want to equip the sword and the gush jar. You know a 2D Zelda game is broken when you can boss key skip. If you want to, you can kill these guys now so they don't bother you later, but it's really up to you. Step on this switch to put the barrier down, and then we're gonna once again do some more lily padding. Yeah, BK skips are like always awesome. I think this is one of the only 2D Zelda games that has like a real BK skip, that you can actually skip getting the BK entirely. Unless there's one in A Link to the Past that I'm not aware of. So now just step on the switch and then use the gush jar to go down the waterfall. Now we're gonna blow past this. I'm bad. You can just wait a cycle if you're too slow there. I kind of messed that up. And then make the barrier go down again and go to the right. That's true sabotage. That's really true. Now after this starts moving, you can roll off there, and then in this, where these waves are, you can press B to go down and find a small key. And then just swim back to the lily pad. Step on this switch to make the barrier go down once again, and we're going to go to this northern room. Step on another switch. So usually you would have to do a little puzzle here to make this barrier stay open. But fuck puzzles, we're gonna skip it. So you can, these guys are kind of annoying. If you can get them to come to you, you can just kill them. It's gonna save you a lot of stress. So you want to make sure that your lily pad is in this bottom left-hand corner of this map. So you don't want it to be in the L shape. You want it to be on the right of the L shape in this corner right here. After that, just get into the middle and then use your gush jar and blow down 3 times. After that, move onto the ice and then step on the switch. Oh man. 1, 2, 3. I guess you can do 4 and be safe. Wait, what the hell? Okay, if your leaf gets stuck in this platform right here, that means you're not fully into this corner here. Yeah, I wasn't fully into the corner. Oh crap, dude, turn around. This is what I'm talking about. The controls while you're trying to move around using the gush jar can be kind of annoying. Okay, so now the lily pad is fully into the corner as it's covering the bottom part of the L. So now you can do 3 puffs down and then make your way to the switch. And it should go right past it, so that skips doing this ice puzzle here. So once you get the lily pad past the barrier here, just make sure it's moving, and then you're gonna roll and swim off screen here. So if you did it correctly, the lily pad should now be gone, and it's gonna show up in this top right hand corner of the screen. And that just saves us from like navigating the lily pad around this whole ice area, because if we just try to swim to this platform here, we're not gonna be able to get off of it. So like, if we were to just swim here, it's impossible to get up here. You would need the lily pad there. So that just skips a little bit of navigating. So now when you enter this dark room, you're just gonna go straight up to this north. There is another guaranteed heart drop in this pot right here, if you need it. And then we get to fight 3 more of those tarantula looking things. So just use the same strategy as earlier, just wait for them to attack you and then kind of just attack them. Oh, 1 more hit please, dude. Oh, the blue rupee is so strong. So just kill them as fast as possible and then avoid the blue warp for now. We'll be using it later. Exit to the south, and then when you get to the room with this big lever, you're gonna charge a spin attack. Split into 2 and then push this lever. Good night, Guilty Kruger. This boss fight is RNG bullshit. This boss fight is literally RNG bullshit. The game I think runs at 60 FPS, but my stream is at 30 FPS. So now after you push that, you can jump down here and get these 2 heart drops if you so need them. If not, you can equip the Pegasus boots over your gush jar. And this time we're gonna take the newly opened eastern exit. Now we're gonna navigate over this ice here. So this room can be kind of a bitch if you don't really know how to do it. What I do here is I Pegasus boots till I get to right about over here. And then I Pegasus boots down. And then after I start moving, I kind of hold right. So he Pegasus boots down right. Like that. And then I go down left. So the reason I do that is so I can kind of navigate around the area. That was like really fast, so I'll try to show it again. So down right and then down left, and then you'll go right through the spike traps. That's what's really useful about the Pegasus boots. You can go right through the spike traps. So you can either wait here for the opening to be there, or you can just like Pegasus boots right through the spike traps, because they will not they won't push you off of the ledge or anything like that, which is really useful. And then just navigate down to this door. That room can take a little practice if you're not used to it, but just keep practicing and you'll get it for sure. It's not that bad. So that's what the room looks like at full speed. and then you're gonna go through this locked door. Before you go through the locked door, equip the Gush Jar over your Pegasus boots. So this is gonna be the mini boss battle. It's gonna be another giant choo-choo, but this giant choo-choo is an electrified blue giant choo-choo. The only difference with this fight compared to the first giant choo-choo fight is he is invincible when he is fully electrified, so you can't suck him up for that. At the beginning of the battle, he's going to be vulnerable for a very short amount of time, so you can suck him up a little bit at the beginning, and then kind of just wait for him. Now you're just going to wait for him to stop being electrified. And I kind of like to wait at the top of the room, just so I have more space to suck him up later. So after he jumps about 2 times, he's going to be vulnerable. I can just suck him up fully. Or get fucking trolled and not suck him up fully. That's cool too. This actually happened in my PB. It's really trolly, but it's not that big of a deal, I guess. So just keep that in mind. It's the same strats as the first boss, except for you can't suck him up when he's electrified. When he first becomes invulnerable again, he is vulnerable for like a little short amount of time when he first becomes electrified again though, so you can get a couple hits off at the beginning like that. See, that's how it should go. So use the same strats. Whichever way he leans first is the way he's gonna fall. And just slash him to death. So just make sure you stand under whichever side he's gonna fall, and that'll make him fall faster. So key things to remember about this fight: make sure he's not electrified or he's invulnerable. Make sure you go underneath the side that he starts to lean first to make him fall faster, and then just smash against him like crazy. At this point, you can open the chest to get the lantern, which is the dungeon item. Now we're gonna equip the Pegasus boots and the ocarina, and we're gonna save and quit because we're gonna do ocarina glitch one more time to break a lot of shit. Thank you, DP Crazy, for the follow. So yeah, at this point we're going to take this blue warp, and it's gonna warp us back to the mini boss room. Go down these stairs, and we're gonna ocarina glitch right off the bat against these where these snail things are, and that's bad. If you are not so good at the ocarina glitch, don't worry about it. It is like a frame perfect trick. Just keep practicing. And I just missed it twice. Wow, dude, this is like my PB all over again. Wow. Damn, man. I'm sucking it now. I got the first 2 ocarina glitches so fast, and now I'm just scrubbing it. There we go. Okay, so this is where I want to show you. In this room, if you're not careful, you can jump down this ledge and it'll soft lock your game. So just be careful there, because you don't want to soft lock your game. It's not too bad here because you can just reset and you'll be put back at the beginning of the dungeon, but in later times it's going to be worse. Okay, so once again, the ocarina glitch is a glitch used that allows you to walk through certain objects and walk above rooms, etc. You do the ocarina glitch by trying to walk up or down a staircase and then canceling that with the ocarina. When it happens, it'll freeze everything in the room. You're invincible. You cannot fall down voids. Pretty much your height value in the room is preserved, and it can't get lowered. So since I'm on top of this stairwell, my height is preserved as being on top of here. So it'll actually allow me to walk through walls like this. So I can just walk through the wall there. And that's what you're supposed to do. After you get the ocarina glitch, walk down until you get back into this dark room. Pegasus boots down, and when you get to the bottom of the screen, walk left. And you'll get back to this big puzzle room we were in earlier. Then Pegasus boots down till you get past like till you get kind of like to this edge of the wall, and then Pegasus boots to the left and go down left, and then kind of like line up with the edge of this like little, I guess, this thing in the wall, and keep going left. So at this point we're gonna be in this really glitched out area. Stay away from this black area, because if you go up there it's gonna, I'm not too sure what happens actually. I think it's just the wrong room to go in. So just continue left and then go up. Then when you're in this room where the mini boss is, you're gonna go to the right, and then you're gonna play the ocarina to cancel your ocarina glitch. So now you can just jump down this wall and then go up these, or go through this area here. Pegasus boots through this icy area and walk up the stairs. And then go through this area here. Please, Miss Master, please. Now we're gonna equip the sword and the Pegasus boots. And then once again we're gonna split one more time. And then push this lever to gain access to the boss. So this is actually one of the shortest dungeons in the entire game because of the ocarina glitch. Oh man. So now this is gonna unfreeze the big ass motherfucking Octorok. Yeah, it's not glitchless, but this is the any percent route. Oh my god, my voice is getting all fucked up. Alright. So now, once again, we can get more hearts if you do so, choose so, and then we can enter the boss fight. Now, this boss fight is the fucking stupidest boss fight in the entire game, because you have to 3-cycle this boss, and the first 2 cycles are guaranteed you'll get. You know what he's gonna do, but on the 3rd phase, it's totally RNG what he does. He can either shoot rocks at you or suck you up. If he sucks you up, it wastes so much time because he's gonna go into this stupid cycle where he makes the room really dark. So for the first cycle, it's really easy. All you need to do is he's gonna shoot 3 rocks at you, and you just deflect them back with your sword. Really easy. It's guaranteed always 3 rocks. 2. Okay, so now you want to equip your lantern over your sword for this phase here. When it becomes icy like this, you don't want to roll. You want to go into the opposite direction of whichever way he goes. And then you want to light his tail on fire like that. So when you're on the ice, you want to roll as little as possible. Just keep that in mind. You want to use your Pegasus boots as much as possible because it's easier to control. But that's pretty much how the phases are going to work. Each phase, you're going to hit 3 rocks back at him, and then hit his tail with fire. So now equip the sword and the lantern, and we're just gonna wait for him to make the ice go away. So that was the first cycle. The second cycle, it's gonna be, he's gonna attempt to suck you up, then he's gonna shoot a rock, then he's gonna attempt to suck you up, and then he's gonna shoot 2 rocks. It's always gonna be like that on the second cycle. So move, change directions, move, he's gonna suck you up. Just stay out of the way of that. Move, change directions, move, change directions. He's gonna shoot a rock. Move, change directions, move, change directions. Now he's gonna suck up again. Move, change, now he's gonna shoot a rock. And then he's gonna shoot another rock. So that's always going to be the cycle on the second phase. And then you can just make your way behind him and quickly just light his tail on fire. Okay, so now this is where the RNG comes into play. At this point, he can either shoot 3 rocks at you, which is the perfect RNG. He can charge at you, which is not that bad, but it still wastes some time. Or he can attempt to suck you up. If he attempts to suck you up, that is the worst RNG, because he'll attempt to suck you up, then he'll shoot 1 rock at you, and then he'll go into his phase where he makes the entire area black. and it wastes a lot of time. And then you're just gonna have to keep going through cycles until you hit him 3 times with rocks. So we'll see what kind of RNG we get. Okay, so he charged. So that's not too bad. We still have a chance at good RNG here. Okay, he charged again. He charged again. Wow, what is he doing with his life? Please. Okay, he sucks. So this is bad RNG. So now he's gonna shoot a rock. And now he's gonna make the entire area black. So this is really bad RNG, and this is gonna waste a lot of time if you get this in the run. So once again, perfect RNG would be 3 rocks in a row. If he shoots a rock first, it's always gonna be 3 rocks guarantee. Not so bad RNG, but still waste some time is the charging, and then the worst RNG is if he sucks. Which makes sense. So now we just gotta wait for another cycle and see if he sucks or shoots a rock at us. Okay, so this is not too bad. It didn't waste too much time because now he's gonna shoot out 2 rocks guarantee, and that's gonna be the end of the boss. So this boss, the first 2 cycles are really easy, but the 3rd cycle can be really ass. So just, yeah. This is something you can't really control. And that is the 4th dungeon in the game. So grab this heart container and then use the green warp to exit. Now before you exit this place, you're going to want to equip the Pegasus boots and the ocarina. And then we're going to leave the Temple of Droplets. Now we're going to be in this little short cutscene. Right after the cutscene is done, we want to play your ocarina. Or it's going to show the map, press A to cancel, and then play your ocarina. And we're going to warp back to Hyrule Town. Now we're going to go up to North Hyrule Field, and then we're going to enter the castle. Okay, before I continue here, this next part here is we're going to be going through, we have to get past the guards, and if they catch you, it wastes kind of a lot of time. The one good thing about running on Japanese over English is the Japanese guards are a little slower than the English guards, so it's much easier to get past the guards on Japanese than it is on English. So I'm not really going to explain much about this, just follow the same path I take, and if you're on JP you should almost never get caught unless you kind of make a mistake in rolling or something. Please sabotage, I meant the game. What's up, Russian? So yeah, just follow the same path I take. When you get past here, you're going to equip the sword and the boots, and then cut this grass here to reveal a ladder. So if you have a hard time with getting past the guards on English, you should try run on Japanese, because it's faster and the guards are actually much easier. So step on that switch to gain access to the castle, and then go to the middle of this carpet, and then go straight up, and we're going to enter the sanctuary again. So you can just use the Pegasus boots up this way because it's faster than rolling. And then we're going to fuse our sword one more time. So at this point, now we can make 3 clones of ourselves. So now we're going to go downwards. When we get to about in line with that blue stone, we're going to start charging our sword. And we're going to make 3 clones of ourselves. Step on the switch and then exit the bottom of the door. And then we're going to go back to the palace entrance where the guards were. Yep, I got a white glowing stick. Oh shit, son. We're going to kill stuff now. So go back through the underground passage. Hey, hi Saints, how's it going? Go up the ladder. Now instead of going past the guards again here, you're going to equip the bottle over the sword, and we're going to save warp. I'm stupid, no, that's not what you do. You equip the ocarina over sword and you play your ocarina, because ocarina is faster. Then warp to Hyrule Town. And then equip your bottle over your ocarina. Now just Pegasus boots down. And then take the warp that we made earlier while fusing with the stranger. Okay, so now this is Ocarina Glitcherama. Equip the ocarina over your hover or Pegasus boots, and then go up these stairs here. Yep, we're gonna need the bottle later. Now Ocarina Glitch, that guy is blocking the way, but if you Ocarina Glitch, you can walk right through him. So just Ocarina Glitch here. If I can even do it. There we go. So now that we have Ocarina Glitch, we can just walk through this guy. Oh yeah, I'm walking through you. Go up the stairs. Go up the stairs, and then do Ocarina Glitch one more time. First try, baby. And then walk through that guy. Now we're at the top, and right there we skip like a whole mini dungeon to get to the second to last dungeon in the game. Now pick up this pot in the left hand corner, drop it, and grab a fairy. We grab a fairy here just to be safe. If you are low on hearts, there is another fairy here if you choose to get it. But now before entering the dungeon, equip the sword and the bow. Go straight up to enter the awesome Palace of the Winds, which is my least favorite dungeon in the entire game. Now follow the carpet up, hit the switch, roll across, avoid these motherfuckers, hit the switch one more time, then shoot the switch with an arrow and proceed north. Take skulls off 3 of these platforms, shoot the switch across the way, and then charge up a sword beam thing, sword split thing. Oh my god, trollololo. These Stalfos can be assholes. Yeah, these Stalfos can be assholes sometimes. So just like, if they get in your way, just kind of like kill them or make them fall into the void. If they're like standing to the northern part of the room, it's not too bad. But when they're like right there, there's not much you can do about it. Push that aside, and then we're gonna take this moving platform. Avoid those guys, because when they explode, they just wreck your ass. And then charge up arrow here, and then kill this bomb. Proceed towards the west. Go up these stairs. You can get hit by that fire to make things faster, but you want to mash buttons through that so you can make the fire go away. Okay, down here is an Ezlo cutscene. After this Ezlo cutscene, you're gonna want to line up with this, or line up near this torch. If you can see. Yeah, there you go, now you can see it. This torch in the bottom left hand corner of the text, or the top left hand corner of the text, and then shoot an arrow downwards. And that'll open up this thing here. So now you can just either wait. Usually you'll be fast enough to make this in one cycle, but sometimes you're not. Equip bombs over your arrows. Put a bomb down next to the switch and then hit it with your sword. And then that'll make this bridge up here. So coming up next is the mini boss fight, which is the Wizard Robe fight, and there's a couple strats you can do. But you want to pick up this skull here for a heart, and then this skull here for more bombs. So before you enter this fight, I guess I'll kind of show you what I do first. I kind of do a slower strat than the most optimal one, just because it's a lot more safer. And I'll kind of just show it first, because I'm actually still kind of bad at it. And that's the strat that I do. It's a little bit, it takes a little longer, like a couple seconds longer than the most optimal bomb strats for the Wizard Robes, but it's really safe. So I'll show it one more time. What I do is, when I first enter this, when I first get past this barrier here, I'll drop a bomb, pick it up, walk to this part of the middle of the left spikes and throw the bomb to the right so it lands over here. Then I'll go around and I'll wait for the wizard ropes to spawn here. Once I see the wizard rope spawning, I'll drop 2 bombs here and then mash B to kill this wizard rope. The bomb on the right side should kill the wizard rope on the right. Then since there's 2 bombs here, I'll pick up one of them, leaving one of them here to kill the wizard rope that spawns over here. And I'll walk to this side and throw the bomb downwards to kill the wizard rope that spawns at the bottom. And then I'll slash my sword to kill the one that spawns at the top. Then you'll have one remaining over here. This is, in the fast strat, you'll kill this one in the same cycle. But I use a different strat because it's much safer in my opinion. So you're gonna wait for this guy to disappear. Then stand in the middle at the top here, and right when the wizard rope spawns again, you're gonna drop 2 bombs. Then roll to the wizard rope and kill it. Then go back to the bombs, grab one of the 2 bombs that you dropped, and throw it across the way to the middle of this area down here to kill these 2 wizard ropes. So the bomb here will kill 2 wizard ropes here, and the bomb that you dropped over here will kill the 2 wizard ropes up here. And then I'll just slash my sword at this wizard rope on this side. Then we'll just wait for the last wizard rope to spawn again and just kill him. So I'll show it one more time. Oh, I messed up because I was on top of the spikes there, but it's not a big deal. That was still a pretty decent fight. So see, even if you mess it up a little bit, it's still really safe because you can still get it in the same amount of cycles. But that's pretty much the safe bomb strat that I use for that fight. That's still relatively fast. It's only maybe a couple seconds slower than the fastest strat you can do there, which is made by Atros 5. So if you want to see that strat, if you go on the leaderboards for the Minish cap, he's the 2nd best time on the leaderboards, and he does the fastest strat you can do here. It's actually really good, but it's also really risky if you don't kill the wizard ropes fast enough. So yeah, if you need to see that again, you can just rewind it. The 2 attempts I did were pretty solid in my opinion, so I'm just going to continue on. So after you get the Rockscape, equip it over your bombs, and then we're going to proceed to the right. So a cool thing about this game is you can do a thing called cloud skips. So instead of going all the way to the top of all of these clouds using the Rockscape, so like instead of going up like whatever, how many fucking things you did there, you only need to go up 3 of them. So 1, 2, 3. Now at this point, you can go straight forward, do a jump off of the cloud, wait a second, and then hold down the button again to do to do like a glide through the air. So you want to do like a delayed rocks glide. So like a fast one would be this. That's a really fast rocks glide. A delayed one would be more like this. So that's more of a delayed rocks glide, and you want to do a more delayed one in this situation. So go up 3 clouds, then do a delayed rocks glide, and you'll go far enough to hit the loading zone. Okay, this room. Actually, I want to make a save state before entering this room, so I'll just use this part. The next room up here, there will be a crow that attacks you to the left. So kill that crow and then walk to the right. Right as those 2 blue choo-choos start to jump at you, you're going to jump down, go down right, and then you're gonna glide down right, or down left, sorry. You're gonna glide down left, this way, and your goal is to hit that platform in the bottom left-hand corner right there. This is a pretty technical trick, and it saves a pretty good amount of time, like 40 seconds I think. But that's how you time it. So wait for the blue choo-choos to jump at you, go down left, and then rocks glide over to this bottom left-hand platform. You'll land right at the very edge. This trick takes kind of a lot of practice, but just keep practicing it and you'll get it. You should find a timing that's good with you, but that's the timing I use. So kill this Gwei, wait for them to about to jump at you, then go down left, and you'll land in this top left or top right-hand corner. This trick does save 40 seconds, so it's actually a pretty useful trick to learn. Hey, Glockman. So I'll show it one more time. Kill a Gwei, wait for them to jump at you, and then rocks glide down left. Now wait till you get up there to the left side, and then jump up to this platform here. do another cloud skip by going up 3. 1, 2, 3. Now do a delayed rocks glide. And then you hit the loading zone. Jump across here and start charging your sword. Wait for the platform to come back to you before you fully do it. Or you fully split apart. And then just make your way here and do this little puzzle here. Make sure you don't get the clones in the way. And just push this block out of the side. If you do fail it, and like let's say you hit this skull and your clones go away, you can just jump down here and try again and split into 3 one more time. You're just gonna have to wait for the platform to come back. So yeah. If not, then you can just continue down. Push this leftmost block here by the 3 textures and kill that Gui. And now we're just gonna progress through this flying area here. When you get to this bottom part, in this bottom left hand corner, you don't have the rocks glide back to this right side. You can just glide to this area right from this leftmost area. Then jump up and then go to the right. So now we're just gonna do this easy kind of puzzle. I know it's not really a puzzle, just like a navigation thing. Jumping up and down the platforms wherever it's blocked. Now jump down here. Damn son, I got wrecked. Equip your cane over your rocks cape. Wow, I took so much damage there. And then shoot up through that hole. Now for this next puzzle, charge a spin slash, and then step on these three tiles, and it'll make a shrinking stone appear. Shrink down, and then do this pot puzzle here. I'll show you what I do. I'm pretty sure this is the most optimized way to do this. And then continue through this Minish hole. Hey Panda Man. Damage boost, nice. Navigate around these keys to this shrinking stone and grow big. And then equip your rocks cape and your bow. Use your bow to hit that switch, grab the small key and exit to the right. Fucking Mistmaster, please. Now go back to the spiny trap thing and use the key on the locked door. Now here's the easiest cloudscape. All you need to do is walk up to this wall and then rockscape against the wall and you'll hit the loading zone. On this area here, you want to roll across the bridge, use your rockscape and just hold straight forward and then the wind will push you on top of the platform. Push the blocks like this. Avoid the spikes. Okay, so for that wind right there, you're gonna want to wait for the wind to start blowing, and then you're gonna hit left, and then use your rockscape, and that's gonna get you across the big gap. Oh, here's the more Mario characters for you, Lakitus, that throw lightning at you. So just use your rockscape there, really easy. Okay, here's more cloud skips. Usually the game would want you to go up all 3 of these clouds. For this first one, you just need to go up 1 and just do a delayed rocks glide. This one you don't need to go up any of them. Just do our delayed rocks glide again. For this one, you need to go up 2 of them, I think, and then do a delayed rocks glide. Yep, perfect. Okay, so now for this one we have the ball and chain soldiers. So now we're gonna have the cape and the sword equipped. And the way I do this is I just like to fly over them until they attack me. Wow, I took a lot of damage there, that's bad. They take 7 hits on the when you first. they take 7 hits here, and then later when you upgrade your sword again, they'll take 5. So this is kind of why you grab your fairy here, so you don't die. If you die here, it's not too bad. Kill that Stalfos to get him out of the way, move this pot, and then push this pot on top of the switch, and then charge a split. You're gonna split into 3, or 2 I guess, and then step on these switches to get access to the door. There's a guaranteed heart drop in this left hand pot, grab it if you so wish. Step on the switch, and then glide across here. For this battle, I like to equip bombs over my cape. Drop a bomb in this bottom part next to the wind, and then go to the door. It'll spawn 2 wizard robes and moblins. This battle can be really troll, so you just want to be careful. After that fight, you want to equip your Rockscape again, and then proceed to the right room. The little kappas are, what's it called? Turbo only. Step on the switch to make the wind blow, and glide across to here to grab another small key. Go to the right side and push the blocks out of the way. Open the locked door at the top, and this gives you the boss key. Go back to the ball and chain soldier room, and then go straight down to use the boss key on the door. So these 4 skulls here have guarantee heart drops, so this is really useful. If you walk straight down, there is an Eslo text cutscene, but you can skip it if you just fly right over it and drop into the void. So here is going to be another Dark Nut fight. This fight is one of the easiest Dark Nuts fights because all you need to do is wait for him to spawn, jump over his attack, and then hit him off the ledge like that. Really straightforward, really easy. Hey Thief Bug. So I guess I'll show that one more time. It's a really easy fight though. Just jump over his attack and then hit him into the void. If he rolls down like that, just like follow him downwards, roll downwards, and then hit him off the bottom of the map. Now proceed north. In this dark room, go left. There should be a staircase up to the left. Hey Raggio. Go past this void, roll underneath that Stalfos, and go to this up right hand room. Jump into the void, and down here is a chest with a small key. Jump down, and we're gonna go through that same leftmost door. Instead of going up this time, we're gonna go south. Avoid the P-hats, equip bombs over your cape, and put a bomb in the middle of those 2 switches. Wow. Wow, dude. God fucking P-hats, please. These P-hats are trolling me. So the P-hats are assholes, but, you know, what can you do? Oh my god. I'm sorry, I'm gonna kill the P-hats because they're being assholes. You usually don't want to kill the P-hats, but if they're being complete jerks like this, just do it because it's gonna save you a lot of time in the long run. But the idea here is to use bombs to hit the switch, and then hit the 2 other switches at the same time using your sword. But those, wow, those P-hats were ridiculous. Then just jump over these 2 spiky things and grab this small key to the left. This is kind of bad because I don't have any bombs, but I'll show you. If you guys do run out of bombs, there are guaranteed bomb drops later on in the dungeon. I'll show you where it is. So for here, we're gonna skip this long ass like flying puzzle thing. Just long jump into that first whirlwind over here in this bottom left hand corner, or the middle left hand corner. And then just make your way all the way to where the door is. You don't have to take any other whirlwinds besides that first one. So avoid those Gibdos. Here you're gonna want to equip your bow and arrow over your Rock's Cape. Sorry, I just meant the middle. It's hard to talk when you're doing tutorials for some reason. And shoot these floor masters with your bow. Damn son, that was scary. Wow, this fucker is invincible, man. And then pull the switch. You don't have to kill them, but it's just safer to kill them. Okay, this room. In this room, you're gonna want to equip your bow and your rocks cape. When you enter, pick up this skull and then shoot that. Okay, I paused too late, so the timing is off. I gotta make a save state earlier. So after you enter this room, go to the right, pick up the skull, and throw it to kill the Stalfos. Then shoot your bow to blow up the bomb when it's near the rocks, and then rocks cape over there. Go up through the locked door. And then here you would bomb the wall. If you do not have bombs, you can go straight up here, and there's a skull there that has a guaranteed bomb drop. So equip bombs over your bow, and just place it right in front of the wall. Now drop and pick up bombs again and throw it next to that skull, and it'll open the cracked door. Put one more bomb there, and then you can get more bomb drops if you so need. And make your way up into the northern room. In this area here, if you touch any of these explosives, it'll lock the door. So you don't want to do that. What I do here is I line up with this second explosive on the ground, face down, use my rocks cape, and then just hold up when I'm gliding. And it'll put you right between those two. And you can move the blocks to get access to this small key over here. Now there's a guaranteed heart drop on this side, but I don't know if it's worth it to get because it's kind of far out of the way. But if you really need hearts, you can grab that heart piece. Now I like to equip the sword and the cape, and then I like to destroy those two bombs just so they don't get in the way. And I like to go back south. Now you want to fall down this hole and unlock this northern lock door. Now we're almost at the end of the dungeon. We're just going to follow this little maze here. There are some safe strats here. If you used your fairy already and you need to get another fairy, or you need extra hearts, there are fairies and hearts in these 4 skulls here. So this should have a heart, this should have another heart, oh that should have the fairy. So this one has the heart, this farther one has the fairy, and these should have hearts. Or one of them has hearts at least. When you're done collecting hearts, if you need so, just roll past those 2 Stalfos. Pick up and throw the skull on this little texture, then push the block into the void, and make your way up these clouds. These clouds you cannot do cloud skip. I just go all the way up. And now we're at the boss. And I hit the wrong button, cause I'm so good. You don't want to hit the wrong button there, you're gonna fall. Okay, so there's more guaranteed heart drops here if you want in these 2 skulls. And there's also more guaranteed heart drops in these skulls if you need them. So I'm just kind of showing where all the heart drops are just in case you really want to be safe. But yeah, so jump into this whirlwind and this is gonna be the boss fight. Now the Georgs, this is the most annoying boss in the game in my opinion. Right when you enter the boss fight, you want to charge up a spin slash and then walk onto the big red Georg. Now depending on which eyes open is what pattern you want to make on the tiles. And then you're just gonna wail in his fucking eyes. And it'll kill him. Now just jump on top of this guy's back and you're gonna charge a spin slash immediately. Right when you see his eye open, you're gonna wanna release a spin slash. And it should do 2 hits of damage to him. If you do 2 hits of damage to him, you'll 1-cycle the blue guy. If you only do if you're too late and only get 1 hit off, you have to 2-cycle that blue guy. Now you're just gonna wait for this guy to show up again, and you're gonna mash. Try to avoid the beams at all costs. If by chance you do get hit by the beam and you get split apart, as long as you're hitting 3 total of the eyes, you can still hit him as 1 link. As long as you're hitting 3 or more eyes, you can hit him as just 1 link. So charge up a spin slash, release it, make sure you do 2 damage to 1 cycle, the blue guy, then go back. Oh, what? Then go back on top of the red Gear. Now this boss is going to take a lot of practice. I'm still horrible at this boss. So don't feel bad if you're not that good at this boss. This boss takes a lot of practice. So that time I only got 1 hit, so this is going to be a 2 cycle. That was a fucking solid ass motherfucking Georg fight. Holy shit! I can't even get that kind of fucking fights in my PBs. Jesus Christ, that was a really solid fight. So that's kind of what you want the fight to look like. That was a really fucking solid fight. I just gotta do that in a fucking run. And that's the 4th temple. Or the 5th temple actually, the 4th element temple. Now grab the heart container before leaving and then go through the green warp. So key things to remember about that fight. The blue Georg, if you charge a spin slash and spin slash right after he opens his eyes, you should get 2 hits onto him, and that will 1 cycle the blue guy. The red guy, you want to split off into whichever eye pattern he does, and then wail on his fucking eyes with your sword. You're usually going to have to at least 2 cycle each of the red guy's phases. If you get hit by the beam or the energy ball, you can still deal damage to the red Georg's eyes if you already stunned him, if you're hitting 3 or more of his eyes. So that's just kind of the key things to remember about that fight. You do not have to pick up the heart containers, but like I said earlier, this dungeon and the next dungeon, Dark Hyrule Castle, is pretty unforgiving in terms of heart damage, so we just get the heart containers to be safe, and it doesn't really waste that much time to begin with. Good night, gonna kick yo. So at this point, if you used your fairy during that boss battle, you can pick up another one here if you really need one. And then at this point, we're going to equip the boots and the ocarina, and then use the ocarina to soar back to Hyrule Field. So the thing I want to mention here is, if you're using the PAL version of this game, if you try to use the ocarina here, it will not warp you back to Hyrule Castle, even if you have the warp point, which is why no one really runs this game on PAL anymore once Ocarina Glitch was found. So you want to either run this, once again, you either want to run this on English or Japanese. So play the ocarina, warp back to Hyrule Castle Town, and we're going to get past the guards one more time. And once again, like I said earlier, guards are much easier in Japanese than English because they can't see Kappa. So just follow this path. Use your Pegasus boots to navigate this bottom dungeon area, and then make your way back to the sanctuary to get your last and final fusion. Last and final, what the hell am I talking about? I'm retarded. So up after this is gonna be another cutscene, so if you have to take a bathroom break during this cutscene, would be a good time to take a bathroom break. So this is the final upgraded sword. And now we have the charge beam. Not really, because we only use a charge beam to unfreeze people. That's not the right button. So now just hover boots up north, and then you enter this cutscene, and you can just use the bathroom if you need to, or just relax. In Twilight Princess, Link kills Zelda because he's a bitch. So this is the part I like to just chill or use the bathroom, talk to chat, pet my Frankerzy, but my Frankerzy is in the other room, so I can't pet my Frankerzy. Oh man, my voice is so shot after talking for 3 hours. So basically we're watching the intro again. I have a Frankerzy. I have a golden retriever. Oh, text. We gotta mash buttons, guys. I have a golden Frankerzy. The controller does not need Ralpherzy, please. You have a bitchy bionic bunion. Dude, I'm not a cat person, cause one of my ex-girlfriends had this cat. He literally hated me. Every time I even got literally any close to him, he would just wreck my ass. Like, he would just hiss at me and like do all this shit. It's crazy. Okay, so now equip your sword over the ocarina and charge up spin slash, and then split 4 times now. Open the switch, and then we're gonna go down. Use your Pegasus boots. Cause that cat was a bitch. Now we're gonna use the charge beam to unfreeze these guys. You need to unfreeze all 3 of them. So just charge up a spin slash, and once it's once it's fully lit up, then you can just release it. You don't have to wait for the green bar to fill up before you release it. The cats are mean. So now go down, walk down, don't roll down because there's an Ezo cutscene here. And then you're going to equip the Rocks Cape and the Ocarina. At this point you might want to save the game, because you're going to be doing Ocarina Glitch quite a few times here, and if you accidentally soft lock your game, it's pretty much going to reset back to like all the way back to Temple of Droplets, because you don't really save the game when you're in the Palace of the Winds. So we're going to Ocarina Glitch using the stairwell right here. Oh baby, fucking first mother effing try, Kraygasm. So Ocarina Glitch there, and then make your way back through these fire sticks. You can use the Rocks Cape if you need to. Go down these stairs. When you go down the stairs, make sure that you can still walk up against the walls. If not, you gotta walk up the stairs again. So make sure you can walk up these walls. I got my JP cart from a viewer. A viewer actually donated it to me, and it was actually really nice of him, so I really appreciate it. So now you want to equip your Pegasus boots over your ocarina and go right. When you get to this area, walk up this wall until you're at the top, then walk up. When you're here, you might think you soft locked your game, but just use your Rocks Cape to jump off the ledge and you'll be fine. So even though it looks like you soft locked your game there, don't worry, just use your Rocks Cape. Your best bet's probably eBay. At this point, you're gonna go down and to the left and take this staircase that goes upwards. You know you took the right staircase if you appear in front of this locked door. At this point, you're going to exit out of Dark Hyrule Castle and then go back in. This is just to create a save warp point for later on in this dungeon. So now equip the sword over the Rocks Cape, and we're gonna Pegasus boots straight up. Then go to the left. Then go up. Now this room is like a little, these cannon guys are like assholes. But what we're gonna do here is start charging up your sword. Go across all 4 of them, or go across 3 of them, and wait for the 4th one to attack. Right when the 4th one is about to attack, step on the last one, and you'll split and you'll automatically do a spin slash. And that should deflect the 4 bullets back at these enemies, and it'll kill them and open the passage to the next area. Now you can just totally avoid these floor masters and enter this top right room. Do this really hard floor puzzle by following my steps. That will unlock the door. It's really easy. If you want me to show it to you again, it's just like walk straight Walk up, walk left, walk up, walk right, walk up, walk left. Walk up, walk down, or walk right, down, right, up, right, down, right. Really easy. If you need to reset it, you have to step on the switch. Now just go through the open door. And then proceed downwards. And we have another puzzle here. This one can be kind of irritating. I used to fuck this up all the time. But the way I do it is like this. I split this way, walk down, then wait here for the spike trap to go through, and then proceed. That's the easiest way I find to do it. Jump down. And then we're going to go back to the entrance area, which is located to the left and then down. So here you're going to equip the ocarina over your sword. So you have the ocarina and the boots equipped, and we're going to use ocarina glitch one more time. You can also save your game here if you want to, just to be safe. What's up, pianist? Nice, second try. So now, like I said, walking upstairs usually preserves your height, but these stairs are not the kind of stairs that we want, as it's not glitched at the top. See how usually Link's head goes to the top of the staircase when you go up the stairs? These stairs do not work, so we have to find stairs that do work with the ocarina glitch. So go north, go west, north, and since we're not on the screen that we originally did ocarina glitch, we can roll again. So we're gonna roll here and walk up these stairs, because these stairs it works with. See how Link's head kind of glitches through the floor there? That's how you can tell the ocarina glitch works with these stairs. So go up, then we're gonna Pegasus boots down, and we're gonna Pegasus boots out of bounds until we're in line kind of with this little peg in the wall, and then we're gonna go left. If you bonk like that, you just have to go a little bit lower. So just like if you're trying to if you're trying to Pegasus boots and you just keep bonking, just make sure you go a little lower each time until you're in this glitched out area. Then you're gonna jump down above this staircase to cancel the ocarina glitch and then walk up the staircase. Now open this chest for a small key, and then we're gonna save and quit. I'm sticking tongue at you with my Frankerzy. Alright, now we're gonna do ocarina glitch one more time. Damn. Slow. Second try, not bad. So now we're gonna make our way back to the same staircase that we used the ocarina glitch earlier on, as that is the closest staircase that actually works with the glitch. So just remember, if you're not on that initial screen, you can roll as much as you want. So this time go down. Instead of going left this time, we're gonna go right. So I kind of like to line up with this wall here and just go straight right. If you bonk, just keep going down until it works. And then once again, jump off the top of the staircase. Quickly as you can, step on the switch at the bottom right hand corner, then go up these stairs. Grab this chest for a small key, and then we're gonna walk down these stairs, and then we're gonna try to ocarina glitch as fast as we can so we don't spawn the wizard robes. Alright, third try. Okay, so this is what you don't want to do here. If you're going too fast here and you do the ocarina glitch really fast, you need to equip the Rocks Cape here. And since you do the ocarina glitch in this room, you won't be able to pause the game. So you either have to walk up the stairs and do the ocarina glitch again, or walk left. But see how this thing is blocking you on the left side? It won't let you through. So now if you forgot to equip the Rocks Cape like I did, equip the Rocks Cape over your Pegasus boots. But I'll show you the correct way to do it so it'll make it easier. So grab the small key, equip your Rocks Cape, and then go down the stairs. Now do the ocarina glitch. And now this is a pretty precise trick in my opinion. Get into the bottom part of the doorwell, so make sure you can't go down any further, and then slowly make Link move left into the door well until you can't see his hat anymore. But if you go into the next door well, it's too far and you have to go back. The thing is, if you go back, now the wizard robes will spawn and you kind of gotta wait for them to shoot their fire and then move. If you mess this up once and you go back to this initial room, you'll find that you can't use your Rock's Cape anymore. If you find that you can't use your Rock's Cape anymore, just roll once and you'll have the ability to use your Rock's Cape again. So make sure you're at the bottom of the doorway. Scooch Link's body into... Okay, so this frame would work. This last frame where you can see the very last pixel of Link's hat, or the frame after that where you can't see anything, are the two frames that work with this trick. So right there, that's the frame where Link's not visible at all. So either the frame where Link is not visible at all, or where the last pixel of his hat is showing. So at this point, what you want to do is hit your Rock's Cape button once to jump. Then hold down left on your D-pad. You can watch my Fingers input Fingers input plugin. But hit Rock's Cape once to jump, then hold down left. Then you're gonna time hit your Rock's Cape button. So like tap, 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 tap. You don't want to mash the button or it's not gonna work. So do it once, hold down left. Once the screen transitions to the left screen where the 4 switches are, you switch from holding down left to straight left and keep tapping your Rock's Cape button. So you do not want to mash the Rock's Cape button. Do not mash the Rock's Cape button. You want to time it as much as you can. So now make your way up here. When you enter this room, the top room, the door will lock behind you. Make sure when you enter this room, you won't be able to use your Rock's Cape again. So make sure you roll so you gain access to your Rock's Cape. And you're going to do the same thing again. This left side, make sure you're in the bottom portion of the doorway. Get to the frame where either Link is totally gone or the frame where his last pixel of his hat is showing. Keep facing left. Hit the Rock's Cape button once to jump. Hold down left. And then constantly tap your button until the screen pans to the left. When the screen pans to the left, you switch from down left to all the way left. So that's I kind of held up my my controller to the mic a little bit so you can hear that I'm not mashing it, I'm actually timing it there. That trick takes a little practice, so just keep practicing that. I guess I can show it one more time. So for this trick, after you get the Ocarina glitch, make sure you have the Rock's Cape equipped, bottom portion of the door entirely, get to either the frame where Link's hat is 1 pixel showing like that, or all the way, or just not showing at all. Hit the Rock's Cape button once, then hold down left, then keep holding down left and time your Rock's Cape button to do jumps only. Only do jumps, you don't want to do glides until the screen pans to the left. When the screen pans to the left, that's when you want to switch from holding down left on your D-pad to all the way left and keep timing your B button or your Rock's Cape button presses. It's really easy once you get the hang of it. Same thing goes for this room. Remember that when you enter this room, you have to roll once before you can use your Rock's Cape again. So get to the bottom portion of the door, walk all the way in till either his hat is fully gone or his hat is only 1 pixel. Hold, hit the B button or hit the Rock's Cape button, then hold down left. Then time it. When the screen pans, just hold all the way left. And now we get to kill the ball and chain soldiers. So do the same strats as you did in the Sky Temple. Really good fight there. I got really lucky there. If they're bunched up like that, you can just mash against them if they're next to this like statue thing. And that'll create a warp point back to the beginning of the dungeon. Continue left, and then up. Okay, so in this room, let me make it safe on this side. You have to roll once. You can't use your Rock's Cape again. So you have to roll once before you can use it again. But since you still have the Ocarina glitch activated, you can still walk over voids like this. So place a bomb on top of those cracked rocks and jump up. Equip your bow over bombs, and then you're going to want to hit these 2 switches up here to open the door. Okay, so now what I want to explain this. you can't jump down on these things just by jumping like you did in the Sky Temple because you have the Ocarina glitch active. So what you want to do is you want to jump and then mash roll like that, and that'll put you on the bottom of the area. So I'll show you that again. So since you can't normally do it, so just jump and then mash the roll button. So hold forward and then roll. I like to do this against the... I like to do this facing either left or right because you have these barriers on the left and right side. If you try to do it like downwards, it'll like make you go flying and you have to time it more. So you want to do that. You want to do these jump downs either facing this way, either left or right, so the barriers can catch you, like so. After you're done here, you're gonna move north, then east, and then you're gonna go north here. Here you're gonna equip the Pegasus boots and the sword because there's gonna be one more Dark Knight fight. This is a black Dark Knight fight, so this guy takes more than 4 hits. I think it's like 7 or 10, I can't remember, but it's a lot more hits than normal Dark Knights. So just spawn him and do the same strat. Hold down, wait for him to cross that line, then charge. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, so it's 7 hits. And Kinstone Troll again. So you want to use the same strats for all the Dark Knights, but later on we're going to get into double and triple Dark Knight fights, and we're going to use a little different strats there. You do not need the Ocarina glitch for the after the floating platform parts, so you can technically just cancel the Ocarina glitch in that area and just do that room normally, but it's gonna be a little slower because you can't walk over the voids, and you're gonna have to actually wait on each platform before progressing through that area. But yeah, if you want to be safe and you don't like doing that little trick to do the jump and then roll to get to the bottom platform, you can cancel the Ocarina glitch by playing the Ocarina and then doing the room normally. So yeah, Dark Knight fight. So wait for him to like kind of cross this bottom green line, and then you're gonna ram into the wall to get behind him. So once he passes this line, that's when I would start to use the Pegasus boots. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And so for that fight, you kind of like all the other Dark Knight fights, you want to time your slashes rather than mash, or he's gonna guard you. Coming up next is a double Dark Knight fight, and there's a couple strats you can use for the double Dark Knight fight. You can either use you can try to use the same Pegasus boot strat against them, but if you find that's ineffective, that strat is ineffective in double knuckle fights, you can just use the Rockscape and just fly up behind them. If it gets down to 1, you can just equip your hover or your Pegasus boots again and try to use the same strats as earlier, just to make it easier. Nice JRP. I haven't dropped frames amazingly yet today. In this room, you want to equip the cape and the lantern. Activate the lantern, and then just hit forward on each of these torches. Make sure if you do not deactivate the Ocarina glitch, you want to roll once in this room so you have access to the Rockscape again. If you do not roll, you will not have access to the Rockscape. So now equip the sword and the Rockscape, and you're gonna kill this guy. There are 3 fakes and 1 real one. The real one is the oh crap, dude. The real one is the one that takes fucking hell. The real one is the one that his eye becomes an X mark when you hit him. That's how I can tell he's the real one. Okay, that was really fucking bad. I took a lot of damage there. That was kind of sad because I was trying to explain. But yeah. grab this small key, and then you're gonna want to save warp. So just save and then quit, reset the game with select start A and B. Damn, those guys can take a lot of damage, but like you shouldn't really worry about it. I usually never get hit there. It's just, I don't know, I was trying to explain shit and I got owned. Take the blue warp and then go north. Unlock all 4 of these keyholes, and then there are 2 guaranteed heart drops right here. Throw these 4 pots off of the tiles and then charge Ace attack. Split into 4 and then push this block out of the way. And this is the Dark Hero Castle boss key. Now we go straight down, take the blue warp, take the red warp, and then go north into the boss key area. Short cutscene here. Rocks cape over this fucker and say bye. In this room you want to split into 4. And then there are enemies here. All of them die in 1 hit, so just kind of like swing your sword as you go through here until you step on the switch. If you want to get, if there's a heart drop and you want to grab it, just grab it and then proceed north. Before you walk, if you walk straight up into this cutscene, it'll start and then Ezla will tell you to be careful. So before you go any further, if you need hearts, grab these 2 pots in the bottom, as they have 2 heart drops. And then I like to equip bombs and sword here. And then this is one of the harder fights in the game, which is the triple Dark Nut fight. So for this fight, you can throw bombs at them. It'll deal some damage, and if they're near the bomb when it explodes, it'll also stun them like that. You do not need any more bombs after this fight, so you can just waste all your bombs here. When you run out of bombs, you can just do Rock's Cape strats or Pegasus Boot strats. When there's 1 left, you can probably do Pegasus Boot strats easier. No, that was a pretty solid fight. Now before proceeding, if you did not get these 2 top pots, they have hearts in them. And then you can proceed to the Vadi fight. The Vadi fight is the last fight in the game, and it has 3 stages. The 3rd phase is a bunch of ass, and I always lose time on him because he's an asshole. So for this first phase of Vadi, you want to equip your sword and your Gush Jar. So for this first cycle, he's going to summon these eyes. You just want to kill the eyes as fast as possible, avoiding the fire as much as you can. And then hitting his eye, because that's his vulnerable part after you kill the smaller eyes. You will do 3 phases of this. After 3 phases, you want to Gush Jar him. Okay, so that was 3 phases. On this 4th stage, you want to use the Gush Jar to suck up the middle of his body, and that'll take these darkness things off of his eyes, so it'll make them easier to kill. And you're gonna do that for the remainder of the phases. So just remember, after you do damage to his middle eye, just use your Gush Jar. This teleporting is really random, so just kind of go with it until you can attack him. And that should be the end of that phase. At the end of that phase, when he starts to smoke, equip your bow and arrow over your gush jar, and we're going into the second phase. Now this phase has a little bit of RNG to it. You want to you have to hit 4 of his eyes here, or 4 of these little jugs here. Usually the 4 match up perfectly. Like if you get 2 of them on the bottom, it usually means the two bottom left and right ones are the ones you want. So it's always going to be in sets of 4. If you get a blue one, then it's probably not going to be on that side. So once you get the 4 red ones revealed, you want to charge up your split. Damn. And then you want to hit the 4 red balls to stun him. And then wail on him with your sword until he closes his eyes. These purple things on the ground that he releases have a chance of dropping hearts and arrows. So you should not really die on this phase because he'll drop hearts really, like those purple things drop hearts pretty often, and the arrows are taken care of too, so it's not too bad. So you kind of want to wait for him to kind of be on the right side for whichever. Wow, dude. Thank you. Thank you, Antivirus, for being cool. So like as you can see, they kind of drop a lot of hearts. If he hits you away like that, then you can still hit him with only one of your clones showing. I mean, just your real self showing, it's not that big of a deal. So now you just repeat this process over and over until he dies. He just gets a little faster each time, and he gets a little bit more annoying each time. Wow. Please. Alright. Wow, he just wrecked my ass, dude. So now he's getting a little faster. We just kind of have to predict his movements. I don't have arrows. So if you run out of arrows, once again, you can just hit these purple things on the ground to grab arrows. I can't even fucking explain Volume 3 tennis. I fuck that shit up every single time. I'm just gonna explain what I think it is. Like, you have to wait like relatively long before you reflect it back. That's how I thought it was like originally, because that's what worked for me. But now I don't even know, because it seems to not work still. Mother effer. Stop being so— you fucker! This guy is a troll. Almost like his third phase. Jesus Christ. Damn. Alright, so that is the second phase of Body. There's one more phase to go to, and this last phase is my worst phase ever. I like always fuck him up. He's so bad. You do have a chance to heal before this last fight, so if you use your fairy and you're low on hearts, don't worry about it. So, roll up into the Ezo cutscene, and then use your spin attack, magic beam, a thingy, to release Princess Zelda from her stone. And now we're gonna escape the palace. Princess Peach. Motherfucker. So now just follow the same path as I do. Walk down these left stairs. Walk left. And then up. Take this exit. Go down these right stairs. This is pretty much the only path you can take, by the way, so don't worry about it. Now the fight is up there, but if you are low on hearts, you can come down here, and in these pots there are like fairies galore, and arrows, and your mom, and all the good stuff. Before going north, you want to equip your cane and your sword. Roll up. And then we now face the motherfucker. Vadi, fuck you. So for this initial phase, for this first phase of Vadi 3, I like to just walk down and wait for him to attack me with his hand. Well, thank you. Okay, so when he attacks you with his hand like that, you want to wait till it shows up, and then you want to hit it with your cane. Then you're gonna use the stone to shrink down, and then enter his hand. Wow, oh, wow, dude, and enter his hand. Wow, I can't enter his hand. And then find the real one. The real one has the light looking eye, not the red one, but like the orange yellow looking eye. That's the one you want to wail on until it's dead. And then exit. Then grow. And then wait for him to attack you with his second. Wow, it dropped a heart. Wait for him to attack you with his second arm. And then repeat the process. On this second phase, you want the lantern because it's going to be dark inside. So once again, find the real one that has the lighter eye. Oh, get in that corner for me. Nice. And now we don't have to worry about equips anymore. We only need the sword for this second phase. So the second phase, you have to use the tiles at the bottom to reflect 4 beams back to his eyes. This part can be ridiculously trolly. So you just want to do that. After you hit 4 beams of light back to him, you just walk up to him as 4 links and then wail on his fucking body like there's no tomorrow. Now, he can attack. Wow, dude, he gave me a double, but I wasn't paying attention. It is possible to get doubles like that, but it's really rare. Usually he'll just attack you with the balls of lightning like that, and then he'll give you a cycle where he'll attack you with the eyes. So just be careful not to get hit by the lightning. Oh, he's gonna do it again. Wow, dude. That was troll, dude. So, what I thought originally was the way to do this fight consistently was to hit. Wow, what the fuck? It was to hit him with the beam as late as possible, but sometimes it doesn't work out. So, I'm still to this day not 100% sure how to be 100% consistent on this boss. Because I even see like the world record holder and shit messing this fucker up because he's an asshole. You just gotta kind of find something that works for you. Wow, he's trolling me now. After that one double he gave me, he's just fucking trolling my ass. Wow, dude, this is really bad RNG. So you have to do this 3 times. It is gonna take 3 cycles no matter how much hits you get on him. And the last cycle is usually always gonna be about 2 hits left. So even though you get 2 hits on the last cycle, don't think you can only get it in 2 cycles. It's always going to be 3 cycles no matter what. And there's Vadi. And that's the game. That's where you done, end your splits. Get really pissed off because you probably had a really bad Vadi fight like I do all the time. And then you're like, yes, I'm done. I learned Minish Cap and I've done 80%. And I learned how to break the game using a fucking instrument. And then you get the world record. I know, this fight was relatively good besides the fact that RNG was really bad because he like shot like 50 bajillion lightning balls at me. But that was a pretty solid fight despite the fact that I got a lot of lightning balls. So yeah, this is just a basic guide for the run. I pretty much use all of the fastest strats besides like maybe 1 or 2 things. One of them being the Rockscape battle, but the strat I use for the Rockscape battle is actually pretty fast. Like it's maybe 1 or 2 seconds slower than the fastest strat, so it's not that big of a deal. How do you manipulate the blue balls? Like the only way I can really think about manipulating them is to like stand closer to Vadi, but it hasn't really been consistent for me. But yeah. So I hope you guys enjoyed the tutorial. My voice is pretty shot for talking for about 4 hours now. But I really want to see more people running this game in the future because it's actually a really, really enjoyable Zelda game. Even though it's a 2D Zelda, I think it has a lot of depth and a lot of fun within the game. And it's really easy just to pick up and learn in like 1 sitting or 2 sittings. So if you're really looking for a new game to run, or if you're just starting speedrunning in general, I really recommend this game as a game to start with because it's relatively short, only like maybe 2.5 hours for your first run, and it just gets faster each time. And it's really fun. I'm willing to help with any problems you guys have. If you guys need help with anything while during the learning process, if you want to PM me on Twitch, or I'll be uploading this video on YouTube if you want to PM me on YouTube. I'll try my best to answer questions if you guys have them. But yeah, I really recommend anyone that wants to get into speedrunning to learn this game. If this kind of game is not really your type of speedrun, I also do have tutorials for Ocarina of Time speedruns. They're not like dreadfully outdated, but they're a little old. But they still work, and they're still good for beginners. So yeah, I would like to thank everyone for watching my tutorial again, and really appreciate all the support from the chat and stuff. And I hope to see a lot of people doing Minish Cap runs in the future. Do I have tutorials for Where's Waldo? No, I do not. I'm sorry. JRP, please. I forgot Nehru. Oh shit, son. Also, I've done one 100% run of this game so far, and I think I want to go for a world record for 100% in this game. I'm not too sure when I'm going to do a run next though, because that run is literally pulling a fucking lever for an hour. But we'll see. I really want to go for a world record in 100% Minish Cap. But yeah. Let's do a raid, guys, because raids are fun.
Frankersy, 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 Frankersy. So more donations are just flying in here. Frankersy, 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 Frankersy,
Okay, this is a raid phrase, guys. This is a raid phrase. Spam this. That is the raid phrase.
Bone Mom. Hashtag Bone Mom, LOL.
Unleash the masochism. Unleash the masochism.
Bone Mom, Hail Satan.
Whoa.
What the Franker Z did you just say about me, little Franker Z? This is for Bone Mom.
Masochist %.
Oh man, I love you guys for having the most awesome
I'm
raids
actually gonna
ever.
do some bullshit here to save some health.
You guys are the best at doing raids. Bum, bada 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 bum. Bum, bum, ba, 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 da.
Work your elbows.
Alright guys, thanks so much for watching my tutorial again, and I will be streaming Blindfolded Challenge review tomorrow night, so if you guys missed last week's Blindfolded Challenge, I'll be reviewing it tomorrow and just chilling with the chat for a bit. I don't know what I'm going to do after though. Maybe I'll do some runs, fun practice maybe, but yeah. Alright guys, catch you guys later. Peace. I did not get world record unfortunately. I'm not good enough. Yeah. Bye guys.